new link.
That's the street.
3, 2, 1. You're live in the new link.
Live in the new link. Live in the new link. Live in the new link.
And you just imagine basically that like as you're looking at this, the tanker and the car, the twisted wreckage of it is taking up almost this full. It basically is the entire back section of this car. So you can't move past them.
God damn, this is fucking cool. Shit.
I have much to say in Evangelist Intro. Also, now that it's concluded, can we give a giant round of applause to Dan Dillon for the vehicle chase rules, the vehicle stat blocks, the vehicle systems, all of that shit. Give it up to Dan fucking Dillon. That shit was peak.
Phenomenal.
It was peak, as the kids say. It was peak.
So, just so that I'm aware, can we have a little something more thematic than a fucking jack-o'-lantern?
Oh, what's the jack-o'-lantern?
The sphere of fire.
My sphere of fire.
Oh, I have a flaming lantern.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Whatever.
So these are the goons.
Yep.
They got off
their
the bikes.
Yep.
Stand back up.
This is us. This. These are this is the wreckage.
There's basically all fire and shit
So-
past
Yeah.
that. Don't go.
Yeah,
Don't
the
go towards
wreckage
end.
basically ends that section of combat.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
whole background of what you're looking at, like your cinematic environment is as you look at Big Thunder, behind him is this flaming wall of burning metal. Glistening at his feet is this pool of spilled red line. On the left,
He's gonna start lapping it up.
on the left, you don't know what's in store. On the left, the flaming light of the fire is kind of dancing in the pollution of the river.
Look, I've seen all this.
As you stand on the shoreline facing off against Big Thunder. Can you just really quickly tell me what numbers those are?
This
of the
the
goons?
car would be
We
like
got
here.
a 3, a 4, a 1, and then I'm just gonna make another 2.
No, 2 should be somewhere.
It doesn't matter. Just grab the pen.
There he is.
Okay. And we got a 2.
So 1, 2, 3, and 4.
That's correct.
Okay. And then B2. And this will be for the Goons. That's hilarious. I'm gonna put them over here ahead of time. 20 to 25.
No, actually, not this time.
Oh no.
I got an 18.
You may go first.
Thank you.
15 to 20. You both got 18.
18.
Okay. Wow.
Boop. Boop.
Thank you.
Boop.
Rhett and Co. What'd you get?
I got a 7.
That's very funny.
What happened?
He just accidentally retracted his comment. He was trying to pin it. It was just goofy. That's all.
Stupid.
And Co. You got
Oh, 4.
4.
Go check out Zamon's. Use our link. Go check out Zamon's. Use our link.
Zaman. Use the link. Exclamation point Zaman. That's Z-A-M-A-N. Zaman.
You see these warbling lines of red energy crackling through the veins of Big Thunder's arms. You see them kind of pulsing down, up, moving all throughout his body like living energy. You've been trying to catch me so hard, Co. Let me tell you what you've won. A one-way trip back to your fucking friends. Tell them I said hello. And he'll he'll run at you and charge. He's taking thunderous steps. He's now grown just a little in size. And doesn't quite tower over you, but he stands tall above you. As he's gonna punch forward with the cybernetic arm.
You're a big guy.
For you! He's gonna punch through twice. Once with his normal fist, the other with the cybernetic arm. That'll be a 12 and an 18 to hit.
12 misses, 18 hits.
18 hits.
You're finally a big man, Sagio. I'm proud of you.
Ooh. As the punch lands of the cybernetic arm, you take 3 points of damage as he lands a clean blow right in your abdomen.
Oof.
But as the fist connects, you feel almost this concussive pulse as something else hits you, and you take 5 points of thunder damage as the force of the blow echoes through your. Wow, are you really? That's fucking crazy.
We're both Rhizos.
Okay.
We're all resistant to each other.
I better be resistant to lightning. That's all I gotta say.
We're all of the storm, baby.
Yeah.
It's like 2014
energy.
werewolves that couldn't hurt each other.
It's because their claws weren't silvery.
And you took
That's
two.
very
You took
funny.
2 points.
2 points of thunder damage.
You'll see as that kind of echoing thunder punch lands. You almost see like he feels invigorated by that connecting with you.
Go ahead and knock him into the water.
No, it does not move you back in any direction. It's just like a punch that feels like it hits
same damn
twice.
thing.
You do not get knocked in a direction. That could be coming. And that is his turn. Pike.
In this situation, would I feel like Ko has it handled, or would this be like it's prison time, baby, and like I would feel like I would want to return the favor of you basically saving my life?
I think whatever you think. I think that I am having this one-on-one duel. I'm going to think I have it no matter what. And so it's a matter of, do you want to just let me duke it out? Do you want to knock some goons? Some goons?
I think
It's what would Pike feel in this moment?
That's tough, dude.
Whatever your heart tells you, man.
What I would ask is, as bounty hunters in this situation, would you go after the mark while Rhett is like doing suppressive
I think
fire
I
on
would
the
turn to
fucking-
you. I would think back to prison, and I would think about how we fought with each other shoulder to shoulder. I would look to Rhett and I would say, "Can you handle these guys, this riffraff?"
You fucking goater, we got this. And I look at Ziggy and kind of give him a nod.
Are we gonna kill him?
We're gonna fucking kill him.
I'll be back. And I will use all 40 of my movement to move 15, 30, 35. And with the last 5 feet of movement, I'll jump in the air and I'll say, "Surprise, jackass!" And I'm gonna, but with my initiative, you see it's these rolling blackouts in this fire. From the distance, Ko, you might even just see as I start to glow just a little bit. And I use my uncanny metabolism to gain back all of my focus points and heal 1d6 plus 5. So I'm going to heal 10 points of damage.
I'm so focused on Big Thunder that I don't even really realize you're here until you're leaping up to attack him
with the
and from
firelight.
behind it with the firelight and the phoenix
And you'll
flame.
see a bit of
your
like a
hair.
radiant glow
Yep,
from
yep,
me.
yep.
This magenta glow as I will use flurry of blows, and I'm gonna hit him 3 times and see what I can do here.
Let's see.
The first one's gonna be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
The second one's gonna be a 16 to hit,
That'll hit.
and the last one is going to be a 13 to hit.
13 will hit.
Wow. That's going to be 10, 12, 27 points of damage over 3 hits. All bludgeoning. No magic.
You race. You almost look at first like a shadow moving through the night, illuminated just by the flame until your fists start to glow. One more source of light appears as you move forward and you start slamming in punches, and you're feeling really good as you land each one of these blows. And as you connect with his body, it is the sensation of like punching a side of fucking hanging beef. Your blows are landing.
He's a no-mo.
But
Souped up no-mo.
he's like, yeah, he's got damage nullification. He's got damage absorption, not nullification. And you're getting the same. He barely takes note of you. As you land, admittedly solid hits.
I'm
but
trying to give Ko just any edge. Even if I'm just a fly on this guy's shoulder, I'm just trying to give her any advantage.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Got it. Ziggy.
Well, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him, but I can get him from over here. I'm going to first use a quick command, and I'm going to move the flaming sphere ball on top of this guy. He's going to need to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
Which guy?
This one here.
Can I
that's
share a
4.
space with them?
It moves into the creature's space. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Number 4 needs to make a DC blah blah blah.
Is that the right?
Oh, natural 20.
Okay, he'll take half of 11, so he'll take 5 points of fire damage. And then I'm going to, all right, this is going to take a lot of memory, but let's give this a try. I'm going to cast Shatter right here.
Oh! Oh, shit!
I think that hits Ret too.
Oh, God. Really?
What is it?
It's Shatter. It's a 10-foot radius
that
sphere.
shouldn't
5, 10.
hit him.
Well, but here's the thing. It's from the point. It's 10 feet.
Right.
So if you just do it like here,
Then I can hit them all.
then you can hit them all at another.
Okay, I'm going to hit all 4 of them. They all need to make Constitution saving throws.
All 4 of them?
Exactly
1,
right.
2, close enough. 1, 2.
1 passes, 2 fail. Well, what's the DC?
The DC is 15.
Okay, 2 fails, 3 fails, and 4 fails, but 1 passes.
Okay, the one that passes takes half of 12 points of thunder damage as I delete a section of air, of atmosphere, and it creates this collapsing vacuum that just boom explodes in all directions. Oh yeah, that worked like gangbusters. Wow. And that'll be the conclusion of my turn.
That's fucking cool.
You, like, deleted the
you-
space.
Yeah, as
and
you
vacuumed them.
create this vacuum void, and it works quickly to fill it.
Yeah.
And it explodes in this cacophonous burst. Rhett.
Ziggy, get back! I've got them. Get to safety. Help her. Sorry, dude. All right, well done.
As the ether tanks on my back will spin and whir.
Liquefy these idiots.
As it soups up my grav cannon, the Singularity gets pitch black, almost sucking in the firelight. As I will cast my once a day or once a week, whatever, half-powered vortex, my special move.
Oh my god.
As I love.
Why did we come here?
No, these guys are the most red shirt of red shirts. And they die horrible, horrible deaths.
As I back up a little bit, right between them, all of a sudden, a sort of swirling, almost black hole starts to swirl. And Dan corrected me last time, and I didn't read this properly. So even immediately, they it's in 30-foot emanation. They're all in it, and I should be out of
They
it.
crumble
Yeah, you're out
into
of it.
Gellion Jor.
Gillian Joe. You can definitely get out.
Yeah, I back out of it.
Their bikes get
I'm in front
sucked
of
in.
them.
The bikes start to like get pulled in.
Yeah, if you
Wait,
could put it a
this
little
does
back
this
here.
hit everybody?
It's a
Oh, yeah,
30-foot radius or some shit.
Yeah, I'll do it here to get their bikes too, and just fucking suck it all in.
The bikes are like getting dragged
Oh my god.
in. This is devastating. Anyone who
Wait, so how much damage do you do?
These guys are the
They all need to make a strength saving throw or take 1d8 force damage.
these guys are the equivalent of peasants, and you've just unleashed like absolute fear. And
Oh,
hell.
natural 1. So yeah, they fail. That's crazy.
And they're all pulled 20 feet closer to the radius. So do the bikes fail?
I don't. Can they even pass it?
Without, I believe that they automatically fail a dexterity
I
saving
think
throw
they
without a driver.
automatically
Without a
fail
driver.
dex check.
Did they get crushed?
Wait, tell me how much damage you do.
1d8. Oh, I should probably roll the 1d8.
Wait, don't mind if you do.
8 force damage.
Holy shit. Okay, just to set the scene. These are guys who they never went to high school. They skipped high school. They fell into drugs early.
Oh, yeah.
They've never left this place ever. And now for the first time ever, they're witnessing a singularity.
Yes.
They're witnessing
Yes.
a graviton event.
Plus, also, if you look carefully,
They don't know what's
if
happening.
you look carefully inside of the sphere of fire, there's a helmet with a skull like slipping around.
You see this warbling, dark, spherical graviton anomaly with it sucking in this flame core right at its heart. As it swirls and gathers, these bikes almost begin to tornado around it, as well as these people. As they swirl around until the gravity finally crashes everything together, and bone and metal is indiscernible as
And flame.
everyone, bone, metal, and flame, as everyone is crushed into almost a fucking compact cube, as this square, circular sphere of organic metal matter lands on the ground, spilling out onto the ground beneath it. Oil, blood, it's impossible to tell what's oozing away from it now, as all of them are dead.
Wow.
Well, nice job.
I got him!
Rhett's a little horrified. Like, you've seen plenty before.
Everyone's a little horrified, Rhett. That's a fucked up thing to do.
But this reminds him of the days where this was literally what he was hired to do.
that
To
was
take
some
these troops that they
Jesus.
never went to high school, they
Yeah.
got drafted by the military, and they got crushed with machine, metal, bone. They
didn't know what was happening.
They
we didn't
had no
even
clue.
we didn't even get to their turn, you know?
Yeah, they had no clue.
This just got dark. Okay.
And Bell steals himself and turns to.
Don't worry, I got him.
That's your turn.
You
That's
did
all
it.
I got.
Holy shit, dude. That's fucking gold.
Go.
I am going to, with my back to the water, I'm not thinking of, I'm going to pivot around and knock them. I'm just saying, you were always a fucking junkie, but at least now it's a fair fight, as I'm going to swing in with my Kanabo. That's a miss.
What is it?
It is. It's definitely
I
not
think it's
good.
a 10.
A 10.
A 10 is a miss.
10 is a miss. I am then going to, as he dodges out of the way or blocks it, I'm then going to take my one hand off of my Kanabo and try to get a gut shot on him to return the favor.
Nice.
14.
14 hits?
That's good.
Okay.
So as
for now,
you
13
swing in
hits.
with the Kanabo, he moves this massive hand and grabs your wrist, stopping your your attack in action. As then you take the opportunity to find the opening and you hit him with an uppercut straight to the gut.
14. That's only going to be that is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And he's going to get pushed back, knocked back 1 to 10 feet.
Oh,
And
shit.
I'm going to basically charge after him.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm going to charge after him.
And here we are, shoulder to
1,
shoulder.
Like the old days, Pike, as I guess it wasn't that long ago, as I am going to make sure that
Just like the old weeks.
I am going to
Code geeks me out,
get
man.
around you this way so
Yeah.
that I'm not in between him and the water. That is my turn. Bonus action, yeah, I'm good.
Well, this is perfect. Thanks for the help. I don't know what I was thinking hitting you. For all your strong posturing,
Shit.
you always had one clear weakness. And he has his arms open like this as he claps his palms together, and this cacophonous, thunderous boom rings out. And everyone who can currently hear needs to make a DC 13 con saving throw.
Well, don't worry about
Natural 20.
don't worry about these guys. They can't hear. They're dead.
No, they can't.
Con, you say?
Con, I say.
22.
I just hit it. I hit a 13.
I had a 12. Wait.
Shit. No, did you get anything? You gotta have something.
Hold on. Do I have any kind of ether on anything? I doubt it.
Just the claps. Just the claps.
I rolled a 10 with a plus 3 to
fail.
con.
I fail. There's no other way to say this.
I also fail.
If you succeed, so if you were 13 or higher,
Barely.
you
Fucking
take
barely.
7 points of damage. And
Is that thunder damage?
it is thunder damage. If you, well,
Thank God.
14 or 15.
no, I'm
Thunder
sorry,
damage
it is not thunder damage.
Oh, shit. What damage is it?
You're about to find out. If you passed, you take 7 damage about to be determined. If you failed, you take 14 points of damage. And as he claps his hands together, you see as he makes this motion, the lines of red streak moves towards his palms, almost in a hungering fashion. As he claps together, this red circle almost extends out from him. And as each one of you are hit, you see almost these lines drawn from you to him, as any of the evidence that you had struck him previously is almost entirely erased. As all of you feel sapped.
The fuck, man?
No, thank you.
So I like drink our energy.
Yeah.
And you
did.
take, you now know that you take necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Shit.
I failed. I took 14. But as an Aetheron, I use kinetic density. And just the denseness of my physical form blocks out this inherent necrotic damage. I rolled an 11 on a d12, plus my PB. I reduced the damage by 13. So
Nice.
I take 1 damage.
Holy shit.
And the next time I deal damage before the end of my next turn, the target takes extra force damage, throwing it back at him. So I'm almost absorbing
so
his
you only
kinetic
take
force.
1 point of damage. So
I still take
that's
all
very relevant.
I still take all the other effects of failing, but I only take 1 damage.
Okay.
Well done,
so-
though.
at least
So
one point
anyone who failed is now deafened.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
I'm still deafened.
So it's
So you're deafened and you're deafened.
So I failed. I'm deafened. I will take the full amount, except that I shit my pants.
This is right here in my character sheet.
I turned to Rhett to say, called it, but you can't hear me.
No one can hear
What did he say?
the singularity.
Co and I
There's
hear
this
everything.
brown streak that
Co
heads
and I hear
And
everything.
as this terrible kind of red energy waves out and you feel your power sap from you, Rhett, you're able to kind of take it, but you feel that draw almost on your innate life essence. He'll say, and there it is, the weak ones you surround yourselves with. And Pike, it's your turn.
Yeah, so this thing's gonna hit me, and I'm gonna feel it, even though I passed, I'm gonna feel it deep in my
You're gonna
chest.
still feel that pull on
And
your life
it's
essence.
gonna stagger me for a minute. I'm almost gonna lose my breath before I kind of center myself and stabilize. And I'm gonna move around him, but for flavor, I'm gonna find an opening and run at him and slide beneath his legs, through his legs, since he's so much larger than I am. And it's not that hard with the oil and the red line spilled all over the street, just to kind of pop up on the other side of him. And this guy's bigger than me. I've fought guys who are bigger than me. I am going to fight tactically and flurry of blows and try to basically deliver 3 shots to like his left knee and like try to like start to bring him down and weaken his legs.
Before you do, I'm gonna have you roll 1d20 for me on the table.
Oh God. Okay. 7. I'm not wearing my jacket so it doesn't get ruined.
It's in the truck.
It's in the truck.
Safe.
I left it. I said I left it in the truck.
That's right. You did.
Okay.
What do you mean okay? Nothing? That's it?
Okay.
All right, I attempt to
You may
flurry.
continue.
I attempt to flurry the blows this guy, and again, just for flavor, I begin like meticulously targeting his kneecaps, like his left knee, to try to like bring him
Okay.
down.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh my God! I absolutely whiff on both, and I'm gonna take one more attack to see if I land anything.
What did you get?
An 8 and a 9,
Oh, okay.
and then a 13.
13 hits.
So one of the attacks will land. I'm absolutely rattled from this concussive
You find
blast.
the ground to be a little slicker than you'd expected as you went to kind of slide through his legs, and you actually move a little bit further back
misjudged the
than
distance.
you were ready as you threw out the first 2 punches. You close the gap a little bit further, and you finally find purchase with 1 slam as your fist.
7 points of bludgeoning damage as I'm just trying to weaken this guy's knee.
7 points as your fist lands thunderously right on his knee, and it feels like punching granite.
Yes. Yeah,
Ziggy.
How's this guy looking?
perfectly fucking fine.
He's looking almost untouched.
He healed all of the damage we dealt
Just
to
full
him,
heal. Almost.
essentially,
Okay.
as far as we can tell. I can grapple him. Is that a good idea? I can pull apart like Velcro.
You almost got a spit take.
Yeah.
almost
that
rocked-
had
you
me.
almost rocked
That
me.
almost had me. Oh man, that's so fucking funny. back! No!
Oh my god! He ripped him in half long way.
You said that there were like street lights that had fallen over, and like their like electric cables were all surging. Is that still true?
That
nearby?
was depends on what you'd want. Why you're asking? I mean, that would have been like a little bit further back in the car chase.
Okay.
Like you're moving 110 miles per hour. Like you would have progressed a little bit beyond that.
Okay. Then I will endeavor to make a direct connection with the hypergrid. I am going to type a few things. All right, I'm trying all my scripts here. Let's try them all. And I'm going to cast Witch Bolt. Or I'm going to call it Tether Protocol. Yes, it does lightning damage, and yes, he's immune to that. Resistant, but I don't want to kill him. I'm gonna drop it as soon as I think that he's near death, because I do not want to do lethal damage to this guy. So all I'm doing is just running this current through him. I need to make a ranged spell attack.
You currently do not feel as though you're in danger of dropping him with your spells.
16 to hit.
Yep.
16 will hit for sure. Yeah.
Yep. And
his AC is actually 12.
Oh shit! I don't know why I thought it was 13.
I'm going to.
I think 13 is the lowest that it hit him.
Well,
so
I'm going
far.
to do 19 points of lightning damage to him.
So he'll take 10.
Is that? No, he'll take.
You can change the damage type and say.
Oh, I'll do
Oh,
great.
Lamb.
My apologies.
Oh, thank you. You're a king.
My
did a can.
apologies.
I don't mean to tell you how to play your class.
No.
But you may as well play your subclass.
This is a subclass
and
thing.
fry this asshole who killed all my
subclass
friends.
thing. This is a subclass thing, and I thank you for reminding me.
Grid runner subclass.
I'm going to
folks.
use a grid runner feature.
Let's
It's
fucking
called
go.
Hotfix. I can use up to
cool.
my intelligence modifier these per day. I'm going to spend my reaction, and I'm going to use it to ignore the resistance of one target. So he's going to take the full 19 lightning damage.
Oh shit!
And let's perhaps consider that for future spells as well. I will.
You bypass his defenses.
I spend the reaction,
shit!
but once per round we're going to be able to do that. So let's think of mentally.
Wow. Wait, that's for the full round?
That
You
well,
cause
only
him to
because I
ignore-
won't get my reaction back until the beginning of my next turn. So I can only do this once per reaction. So I'm.
But then it's
But how often are
persistent,
you doing
or
damage?
just to,
No, it doesn't. I don't think it lasts forever. It's just
It's
just
not
for that.
permanent.
It's
just
for that
this
attack.
spell cost.
Got
I'm
it.
not turning off his resistance.
Got it,
I'm
got it,
just
got it.
using this for the one time that I'm casting Witch Bolt, which fortunately, do it. I open up this green charged lightning bolt that comes from the hypergrid, different than natural lightning, different than real world lightning, of course. It strikes into him, and he feels lightning for the first time in the real way. He takes 19 lightning.
and it does absolutely almost surprise
Witch
him
Bolt, folks.
to feel a direct shock from lightning.
It's just like a power cable. that
And he'll
plugs into
turn
him.
in your direction almost questioningly to see what you were just hit with. As he does take a solid blow from that. Rhett, Code, you're on deck.
Oh God. Well, I definitely want to do some kind of damage here. So he looks pretty. He looks pretty solid, don't he?
He's not looking bad. He's looking pretty fucking imposing.
Yeah, this is rough.
I am going to. I'm gonna save my spell slot and use my machinist biz, and I am going to. I'm just gonna shoot him. I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna get shoulder to shoulder with Ziggy, and
I'll say, you're learning quick, kid.
Oh, thank you.
and we'll fire at him, and that's a natural 1, so I hit either Ko or Pike.
Hey, who took my picture?
Dude, they get sucked into the
Pike is torn to shreds. He's dead permanently forever.
Thanks, guys. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. It's been a pleasure having you here, Andy.
This is a gentleman Viking over here.
And you don't actually accidentally hit somebody else, do you? Is that
What?
Did
Well,
that happen?
it's a natural 1. I automatically miss, and it's up to you what happens.
What do you? How bad? What is what you're shooting?
It's
It's
just
like a big fucking
it's my
blast.
normal black. It's my normal shot.
D8.
D12.
Don't do it. That's bullshit.
It just goes wild. This is bad enough.
Yeah, we're in deep shit.
You don't need to.
They're right there. So easy.
All right, Rhett, your blast.
But I want to kill them.
Your blast hits fire.
Friendly fire is more common than you think.
He knows.
Friendly fire.
He's a soldier. He knows.
The government tries to keep those numbers
I don't know
low.
how to say this. You've convinced me.
Minecraft.
Friendly fire in my Rhapsody?
Holy shit!
More likely than you.
Wow, you've done well. Your Quibbly scream.
Oh,
That was
God.
very good.
Move on.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
Move on.
Touch piece, move piece.
Okay, Co.
I don't have any bonus actions.
I am going to reach into my vest, and there is a super roughshod vial of some sort of stimulant. As I stab it into my abdomen, where I've been really cracked, and I hit the plunger, and I wince as I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Nice.
It's called Cure Wounds, right? Yes,
It is called Cure Wounds.
that is a Cure Wounds.
2d8.
Excellent. 7 plus 6 is 13 plus... What's my charisma? 13 plus 4 is 17 points of healing, thank God.
Damn.
And 17. And then I am going to shift around and say, "It's you and me, Pike. Let's just keep beating this shit out of him until he tells us what we want. And you are going to tell us who your fucking supplier is, who's your distributor." And I am going to, once again, as I do that, I'm going to leap around with a roundhouse kick, and I'm going to make an attack roll. Actually, there's someone. No. 13.
13.
Hits.
Yep.
It hits, right?
13. You're on it. It was. He got just 13.
Oh!
Yeah, as far as we know, right now his AC is 13.
6 points.
No, you know his AC is 12.
12.
You guys
12.
know his
God of
AC
the
is 12.
universe.
Yeah.
I did not hear.
I-
told us
I
that.
only saw
kicking
her
him.
13 hit.
You were in the bathroom, I think.
I'm kicking
Oh,
him
I think it's very fair.
into this wreckage.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
I don't know what that does.
How hard do you hit him?
I
With the
hit him
kick?
only for 6 points of damage, but mechanically I'm using the
Move 10
knock
feet.
push. What is the weapon master called?
Shove?
My lightning
Shove.
beam is connected
Shove.
to him, and you're shoving
Uh,
him.
roll an
mine's
additional
supposed to be shove
D6.
here.
Oh shit!
That's weird.
1.
Maybe it's a
Okay.
different ability.
As he crashes into the
Ow.
burning metal of the car behind him, he'll take an additional 1 point of damage from the force of your blow, landing on the front of him and crashing into the back. Is it? You have a bonus action?
That was my.
Oh, that was?
my
Oh,
action.
okay.
And I am getting up in his grill, so I'm like trying. I'm pursuing, and you're outnumbered, Sagio. Just give it up. That's my turn.
The only thing you're gonna hear out of me, Ko, is me laughing while it all fades to black.
Oh shit.
This guy sucks. This Big Thunder guy's a real jerk.
That's very funny.
Ko, a 19 to hit you.
19, that hits me.
With a 19. Why don't you just stay over there while I deal with your friends? As he'll backhand you, and you'll take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And 3 points of what feels like thunder damage as the second portion of the blow concussively kicks in. And then he's going to look at you, Pike, and with a 20, he's going to swing his other fist at you.
That hits. I have a 19 AC.
That'll do the trick. I'm telling you. What is the old UA artificers?
Artificers, he.
Tesla.
And they answer
You
this,
take
not much.
7 points of
around the
bludgeoning
world.
damage and 5 points of thunder damage as you, for the first time now, feel his fist collide with you. And as the knuckles first touch, it already is a brutal shot. But then you feel this thunderous second crash as a different force hits you, unless something else.
I am going to use my reaction to attempt to deflect attack. If the attack includes bludgeoning damage,
It does?
I may reduce the attack by 1d10 plus 8.
Let's go.
The bludgeoning portion. Or
That's,
the whole thing.
that's the question. I would assume it's only the bludgeoning portion, but it just says when an attack roll includes bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, and it hits you, you can reduce the attack's total damage
Yeah, that's it.
I would
Total
say
damage.
by
yeah.
16.
Hot damn!
Wow.
So
I think that's the whole damage.
I am just using my opponent's mass against them, and I just move and I just redirect
He's
the
doing
force,
this like water.
and I don't get hit, and I just watch as the fist kind of. I feel the wind as it goes past my head, but I just move out of the way,
Yeah,
and kind of
you know
redirect
that
it.
this is gonna connect with you. You almost cannot dodge it. And so instead you're able to grab it and shift it past you as you guide him away from you.
That's fucking cool.
And it's your turn.
And if you haven't learned by now, Pike's fighting styles basically open by going all out and basically like sizing up his opponent. And now that he realizes that he can't fold him like a cheap suit, I'm gonna make one attack and then use my bonus action to patient defense.
Ooh.
As I've now learned that this guy can't just brute force this. I'm not Ko, right? I've sized up my opponent. And I get a natural 1. So I land the blow, but it does nothing. It just my fist just bounces off.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I take a few steps back, and I use my bonus action to patient defense, which will give him disadvantage if he attacks me.
Oh,
We are missing
okay.
off, folks.
Okay, good to know.
An advantage on dex saves.
That's right.
Very quickly to snipe something from chat, I do an okay R2D2 scream. It's really the
that was Andy that you were hearing.
No, I was the one screaming.
Yeah, Andy was the one screaming.
That was my
the
Pike
other
gets
stuff.
sucked into a black hole.
No,
boys.
it was really good.
Anyone gets sucked
It was
into a
really
black
good,
hole,
Andy.
boys.
It was,
But mainly
that,
Pike.
that was excellent. It was one of your best screams of all time.
Thank you.
Instead, what Ziggy's going to do in this moment is he's going to be like, green light is flashing from his grid boy. As this connection of green lightning is still snapped to.
Quick correction, I'm a liar. Patient defense is just I can take the disengage action as a bonus action.
And dodge. No?
That's if I spend a focus point. That's focused patient defense, where I disengage and dodge. So I'm
changed
just
that.
disengaging, and I'm gonna dance around Ko to the other side. I don't leave her, but I'm no longer within 5 feet of him.
Got
So
it.
if he wants to hit me, he's got to move.
Got it.
So this would be within 5 feet of him.
Okay,
He's on
well
this
then
one, so
I'm
this-
gonna be here. I'm
Yeah.
still not gonna leave her.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
I have a shitload of movement. I dance around Ko and just basically reposition to try to keep him moving. I want him to keep moving his head.
Yeah.
I want his head on a swivel. I don't
Yeah.
want him comfortable. That's
Okay.
my turn.
Okay.
Fuck.
I still have this connection of lightning between my grid boy and between Sagio.
Power cable.
It's a
connected.
power cable.
Yeah.
It's a tether of sorts, and I am also running additional scripts to try and stop this guy. But I know that I can't knock him out. I'm gonna do lethal damage if I hurt Sagio. So I yell out and I go, "Rat! I don't want to kill this guy, but it's important that I help with the fight. You tell me when I need to stop.
Fry him!
And I turn to Rhett, and what actually happens is Rhett hears,
Yeah, I can't hear.
You guys are both deaf.
and I can't hear either.
Yeah.
And I am going to overcharge the Witch Bolt. He's going to take, and I'm going to use my feature again. 5 lightning damage, and it's actually going to be lightning damage as I once again use my reaction to make sure that he is no longer resistant to that. And I'm going to have him make a... Oh no, I'm just going to roll it. That's going to hit. That's going to be a beam of hypergrid energy soars forward as I cast scan lines. He's going to have the lines on him 1d8.
There you go, 1d8.
Yep. That's going to be 3 radiant damage to him. And he can't go invisible until the start of his next turn.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, very important.
And
And
that was coming up.
I'm just running script after script, just doing my very best. But I can't hear anything. I'm just telling Rhett to get my physical attention, not knowing that he can't hear anything either.
Sure can.
Bet you're up.
I am
Right.
going to. How's he looking, by the way?
Healthy as an ox.
He's taking some blows, not quite bloody, but he's looking
He's
not
one good round.
terribly bad.
I'm gonna just come up ahead here, and It's like that scene from Saving Private Ryan where his hearing gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Yes. Stumbling. My sense of
Shell shock.
balance is knocked off. And all I know to do is shoot my fucking gun. And I will attack him. That hits.
Big money.
14 points of force damage.
Big money.
Ooh. As this blast fires out and it lands cleanly against the center mass of his chest, he's taking these blasts, but he's starting to actually show some wear. Go. It's your turn.
I'm going to just smash my combo against him. That's gonna hit. Do I do it? I am going to no. So I'm going to that'll hit. I'm going to do 1d10, right? I'm kind of being versatile. Ooh,
Nice.
9
You
plus.
should just cast this,
14 points of bludgeoning damage, as I don't know, and I can knock him like further into the wreckage. I don't know how that works, but whatever. I'm just maybe.
I would say you can't at this point if
Yeah.
he's where he's at, you can't push him like
Yeah.
back through it.
He's up against. I'm smashing him.
But if you're knocking him like up against like hard metal on the other
Yeah.
side, I'll allow you to roll another d6.
Hell yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
That's okay.
So
That's
what's
rolling
the
that.
total? What's the total damage that you did?
9. That was what 15 plus 16. 16. And then I'm going to lunge forward with my head. But I don't give a shit that he's taller than me now. I'm going to try to smash my forehead against his face.
Oh, damn.
Doo-bop,
That's
shoo-bop,
still 15. Yep, that'll hit.
doo-bop, doo-bop.
That's gonna be 6. Yeah,
impossible.
this die sucks. That'll be 6 points of bludgeoning
And
damage.
yet he insists on
points.
only rolling that set of dice.
I
for
just,
some
I don't,
reason.
my bag is downstairs somewhere.
But the Shy Halassi's over there.
You
It's a pain in the ass digging through that thing.
you knock with your Kanabo into his chest, and the force knocks him back into the car, and you feel this reverberation almost through your weapon as it holds so strongly against him. And he's almost, you get the sense, almost dazed by it, and you find the opening to slam your forehead into his head, and that even knocks back. Oh,
Distributor,
man.
Sagio! That's all we want!
Oh, I haven't had this much fun in a long time, and it's Big Thunder to you. And it looks like your friends want to have some fun, so why don't we invite them to play along? And he'll charge at Rhett.
Oh, fuck.
Does that...
Just pure
do I
silence.
get an opportunity attack?
Yeah. I mean, if he's moved outside of your range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7. That'll still hit. That'll still hit. Think.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's a 3 though, because of Great Weapon Master. So 3 plus 5 is what? 8. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8 points. As he moves past, you catch him on the back as he runs towards Rhett. Cool attack, let me show you what I can do. As he pulls back with both fists and throws 2 attacks right at you. The first is a 17.
Misses.
Okay. The next is a 22.
Oh, you know you gotta. You gotta.
As
You don't have to, but
he
you should.
is about to connect, you'll see from the Singularity this like all this force field pops up, almost like the space itself is bent around me, as his hand just can't penetrate the force. I cast shield, and my AC is increased by 5 to 23
Hell yeah. Yep.
for 1 round.
Yeah, just for the turn. Just until his next turn.
I will say this: as his fist is crashing down right in front of you, you see this pulsating, almost rampaging, red energy coursing, bouncing through his body as these red lines are dashing all over the place. As it connects with your shield, the force lands. You see the movement as the second thunder strike, also caught by the shield, and the redness of his in the veins of his fist, almost like bundle up as they coil for a moment, and then scatter back up his arm. And for a brief moment, you almost get the sense that he winces, like that caused him pain.
Oh shit!
Pike, back to you.
As I watch him like run away from Ko and I decided to try to switch up my strategy here. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40. As again, I do a kind of a wide swinging arc. But this time when I use my flurry of blows, I start peppering him with blasts from the gauntlet. Trying to hit him with radiant damage instead. So I'm going to fire off 3 blasts from the gauntlet here.
Come on.
That is unfortunately an 11, but the other one's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
And then the last hit will be a 17 to hit. So 2
That'll
hits, 2 radiant hits for a total of 15 radiant damage over 2 attacks. The first one goes wide, but then I zero in and I fire off 2 more as I'm trying to hit him square in the back.
And as those shots ring out, and the blasts land, you can see the scorch marks almost moving in. The racing red lines have been coursing through his veins. You're starting to notice almost a slowness to them, as they don't have that kind of rampaging charge anymore. They're moving, but it's almost you're seeing the slow die down, and he's starting to look a little bit rough.
That is my last focus point and the end of my turn.
Ziggy.
I will step back, seeing his sudden charge. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna join Pike, and I'm gonna run over behind him. And this entire time, this electric green beam of hypergrid energy continues to pulse towards him. I'm gonna use my reaction to eliminate his resistance as I use my bonus action once again to deal 3 points of lightning damage, and I need him to make a wisdom saving throw as I attempt to overwrite part of the code that makes him possible. DC 15.
Oh, sorry.
wisdom
Oh,
saving
I
throw.
thought you were saying
You're
cool
fine.
shit.
You're fine. You're fine.
Oh, wisdom?
Yep.
2.
7 necrotic damage.
Fire and necrotic back at him.
As you do that, and he takes another solid blow. Rhett, it's to you.
As before that, when Ziggy sidles up next to me, can I say something to him?
Please. Yeah.
I'm like sweating. This is a nightmare. You know, I'm running out of
This is a
juice.
blackout. Yeah, it's horrible.
As you sidle up to me, and I'm still. I don't even look at you, but I'm still lining up against Big Thunder. I just say, please tell me you have some of that surge garbage on you.
I can't hear you!
That's right. I don't know you're deaf. What? And that's the end of our turn. What do you mean you can't hear me?
And it is the blackout still in full effect. The flames rising higher from this oiler. The area around you is becoming burning hot. If you weren't exerting so much energy in this battle, you'd be sweating from the flames alone. Rhett, it's to you.
I am taken aback by almost getting hit and seeing this guy right in front of me, and my cannon I'll turn a crank on it and I'll pull the trigger, and the cannon will sort of swirl as the barrel sort of opens up like this, and it directs the gravitons out in this massive cone. As I am going to use my alternate fire mode,
give it to him.
and I'm going to use the suppression cannon. He needs to make a dex saving throw against my spell save DC.
I don't know if that's how it works. That's not how it works.
Fucking jackass.
What is it? Wait, what is the
Just
save?
fail. I want you to
I rolled a 9. I just
Oh,
don't know.
yeah,
I don't
you
know what to
failed.
add. I don't know what to add.
Oh,
to
it's dex.
Dex. 12 total.
That fails.
Okay.
He gets blasted by the gravitons. He takes 3 force damage and he's knocked prone. So I just want to
suppression fire.
I just
That's
basically I'm
amazing.
doing suppression fire. I'm trying to suppress him. He gets knocked down prone, and I'm gonna
thinks he knows how
I'm gonna
much
back up.
Yeah, fuck.
So he can take a reaction if he wants to attack me while he's prone, but I'm gonna back away from him if he wants to opportunity attack me.
He can do that while prone?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Nothing's stopping him.
I think it's just a disadvantage.
Like a disadvantage?
Yeah, I would
or-
think so when you're prone, right?
I'm not sure.
Actually, that's a great
I
question.
don't
Let me
think
look up, I'm gonna
disadvantage.
look up the prone condition right now.
Just
Yeah.
real quick.
Just so I know, because I feel like I.
God damn, that's funny. He thinks he knows how my subclass works.
Fucking funny.
It should be blah blah blah.
So fucking
Attack.
Holy
You have
shit.
disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Disadvantage,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
I'm not worried about this guy.
we have advantage
an
on
attack
him?
roll against
Melee?
you has
Yeah,
advantage
melee, yeah.
if the attacker is within 5 feet.
I'm
So
hoping
you have advantage against him as well. So I'll roll at disadvantage. The first is a natural 20.
Oh my god. I can't do it again.
3. This is the second.
and
Damn, that
he
feels
flails
bad.
at me as I back up, and
Oh, he's gonna get
When
back
you
up for me.
blast out, he almost takes one
on.
step back, like he's fighting the effects of this torrent of graviton energy, and then he slams back into the ground and cracks the street under him
Shit.
as the force crushes him down. He's now looking pretty bad.
End him,
Go.
go Nova.
End his ass.
Great fucking work, Red. And I'm going to run forward as I leap. And it's always like, you were always a fucking bully! As I lunge forward and, now I'm going to show you what I do to bullies! And I'm going to attack at advantage with my Kanabo. I hope I don't get 2 natural ones. That'll hit. I'll fit for a crit. Doesn't hit. Crit. But I am smashing. I don't care. I'm using a bonus action to smite as laser spikes appear on my Kanabo. As I am going to smash in. I'm going to deal 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and that's max damage. Max
Let's
damage.
fucking
15,
go.
20, 23.
Yep, that's 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage. 23, 8, and then 26 points of damage as I am slamming down with my Kanabo as it's glowing with laser as I use my final spell slot to surge it with energy.
See ya.
How do you want to do this?
Yes! It's not lethal. I would like him to instinctively reach up with his atomic arm, and I want to come down, and as it connects, it pulses out, shattering like in Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah!
In the finale, as his robotic arm smashes, leaving a clear connect to his head, and smash his head to knock him out.
You
fucking
do
love it.
that.
As I'm screaming, I'm going absolute fucking ape.
As the Kanabo crests down, you're screaming, "Ah!" As he'll lunge his arm up, going to catch the Kanabo as it's crashing down. Ah! As it strikes his palm, battered and bruised, it just starts to split and then explode as it moves easily like butter through every section of the arm until it's completely obliterated off of his body, and you land the rest of the strike directly into the top portion of his side as you non-lethally have defeated Big Thunder. And you see the racing of this red line coursing through his body as it slows, and then moves to almost a stop, but it collects over his heart. And as it collects in a central location over his heart, it pulses. And in each pulse, you see his form get a little smaller, till he's back to normal size, and then until he's sapped a little deeper, and he grows just a bit skinny, as if it's totally sapped his energy.
Oh shit.
As the light then fades from his chest.
You have any idea how hard it was not to fucking smash his brain in?
I turn off Wishbolt.
I am going to, as he's weak, he's up against the wreckage of the car. As he's unconscious, I'm going to take my boot and smash on his one living arm that has not been shattered into the wreckage. As I'm going to lean down, uncork the flask that I have, and use my last point of lay on hands to force it down his throat and regain his consciousness as I'm smashing his arm into the smoldering wreckage, hopefully to a very painful effect.
Oh my god.
You are grinding your boot into his arm against this this burning hot metal car. You can almost hear the sizzling of the skin as it rests against the flaming metal
Wakey.
connected behind
Sagio.
him. You're leaning
smack him
one
around.
arm over
Yeah.
the knee as you uncork the flask and pour down your last bit of healing liquid as he.
That's better than you fucking deserve, Mrs. Ume's tea. You're gonna tell us who the fuck your supplier is. Who is your fucking source?
Fuck you, Ko.
Fuck
you.
Without hesitating, I broke your other arm 10 times. Let's see if I can get to 10 before you pass the fuck out or die. I smash again, trying to break his arm.
I hear at this point.
What was that?
Can I hear? Is my hearing back?
Oh, that was just for one round.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It was yeah.
Oh,
You
then I would've heard-
Surge, you asshole! I said surge.
Maybe it was longer. I
I'm
don't
over
know.
top of him as my boot is on.
You're supposed to roll for it, but
My boot is on one of his arms, and I have him by like the scruff as I'm screaming in his face, as I have his other leg, his other foot beneath my foot. Like I'm trying to pin him down. My elbows in his gut. I'm not trying very hard to keep this guy alive. You're a distributor. You're fucking lucky that I realized I fucked up and I'm trying to change. That's the only reason your head is still anything more than a pile of fucking mist and gore. Do you understand that? And I am just like fucking staring into him, trying to make him, trying to intimidate, trying to torture him into. I'm torturing him to get the name of his distributor, to get the name of the distributor of the sector.
roll a strength intimidation check at advantage.
Let's go.
I love 5th edition rules as they're used.
Mace, what are you doing? You might ask at home. I read a rule book. If I read a rule book, I mean, Mikey told me that was a rule I could do.
Yep, I think you're all right. I think you're gonna be okay.
That is, I'm proficient in this. 18.
So add
I have
2
20.
plus 5 plus
20.
Bingo.
You
21.
hear the burning of his flesh as his arms pinned against the door. Ah! Do you have any idea how close I came? Do you have any idea how close I came to having it all? Ah! That's all I wanted. From nothing to something.
And you sacrifice your entire fucking neighborhood to get it, and you still fucking failed. I don't care about what you want. I don't care about your fucking sob story or why what we had in that neighborhood wasn't fucking good enough. All I need to know is who is giving you your fucking red line and who's giving it to the rest of the fucking sector. And we are gonna come for them. And you are fucking lucky that I made new friends. Otherwise, you'd be dead and you'll be able to spend the rest of your pathetic fucking life in a fucking prison if they don't fry your ass. Fucking tell me, Sagio, for Mrs. Ume, if she ever meant anything for her free fucking peaches.
And as you're saying all this, you're grinding your boot into his arm against the door, and you start to hear, you could all hear the sickening sounds of cracking bone as Ko is brutally crushing his arm against the door, and you hear the snapping and the crunching. Ah! Well, I guess none of it fucking matters now. I was dead the second you stopped that tanker. So I guess why the fuck not?
Oh shit.
Yeah?
You want to know who's getting it all to the sector? Well, good fucking luck. Because the next one up is Grobulus J. Weedlefox. And good fucking luck if you think you're getting anywhere near him.
Where the fuck is he? I stomp on his arm. I try to break it again. That hesitation at all. If he's afraid of this,
Oh, God.
Don't you fucking kill him!
you're gonna get your fucking money. Don't worry.
As you're crushing his arm into the door, you'll start to see, as he'd been kind of like holding a tight fist, the fist will go loose as his hand will start to hang limply as the side, as Ko's boot is now the only thing holding the door up, as he started to lose feeling in the arm. Weedovox. He's on Cherix.
Cherix.
He runs a club.
Cherix.
The Glitz Room.
Thank you for fucking cooperating and doing one good thing for the fucking community in your pathetic fucking life. As I am going to pull him off of the heap, and I'm going to turn to Rhett, I'm going to turn to Pike, and I'm going to turn to Ziggy, and I'm going to like pull him up. I didn't kill him. Maybe I'm a fucking bounty hunter after all.
Good fucking job. Now let him go and get the fuck out of the way.
I'll let him drop, and I'll kind of take a step back from him.
All right, stabilize him, cuff him.
I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna pull out of my jumpsuit a needle with a large syringe and plunger.
Don't you die on me, you big fucking bitch.
And I'm gonna start to stab it into his heart and fill him full of stimulants. As I cast Fate of Dying.
Fuck you guys!
And I
hit it with the fucking.
I pull out the ether manacles and I start to restrain him, and realizing he only has one arm.
He does only have one arm.
And around the ankles, just fetter him.
I'll put him around the ankles and and then I'll kind of just fall back on my ass and just sort of finally take a breather.
His arm hanging.
I'm okay.
His arm hanging limply at his side. Chains around the ankles. Everyone kind of taking just this moment to catch their breath.
I'm presuming that if I look over like 60, 70 feet from here, there's a small singularity filled with corpses. That's just
No, that's long.
That's long gone.
Yeah, that's dissipated. As fucking savage as ever. Like a rabid dog, Ko. But I don't know what I expected from a fucking Tetsuo. How about the next time you see your sister, you tell her I said hello?
As soon as he says that, I'm going to walk over and kick him across the face to knock him out.
And you do so. His ankles are restrained, his arm loosely at the side. He's barely standing. And without missing a beat, in a flurry, you twirl around and boot hits jaw, cracking it. The next and possibly last sound of bone crunching you'll hear as Ko stands furious over the crumpled form of Big Thunder.
Once there's like a moment where everything kind of just like calms down for a second, I instinctually go for my left pocket. It's not there because I'm not wearing my jacket, so I reach in my back pocket, I pull out a cigarette, but it's broken.
And it's Tetsutora, you fucking prick. As I spit on his unconscious body, and I just walk back to... I'm getting my fucking bike. And I walk to the bike.
Anybody got a light?
Yeah.
Oh.
A massive ball of fire.
Whoa. Hey, slow down.
You look over at the giant flaming tanker as a sphere orb selects a section of the flame and it starts to just float towards you.
Ziggy, I'll come to you. Don't move.
Hold on. Bye. And
Thanks.
then blowtorch. Just in one of my tools.
And it's like I ripped off the broken end and I don't have a little bit of cigarette, but it's just enough. God.
You better not die.
I'm gonna get back up on my knees, and I'm gonna check his pulse to make sure this dude's not fucking dead. And as soon as I'm sure he's not dead, I'm gonna lift him up and throw him over my shoulder and carry him back to the truck.
You check his pulse, and it's thready and faint, but it's there. And you think, though he's in rough condition, he seems at least hesitantly stable for the moment.
How's your bike? The van got thrashed.
God, it's fucked up again, but at least I can fucking ride.
Once I throw him in the back of the cargo van, I'm going to search for his gate pass. If it's on him.
Oh!
And if it's not, I will search the mangled wreck of the car.
That's using your fucking brain.
But I need a gate pass.
Yo, it better not be on fire in the... We're toast if it's in the fucking...
as you look over at the car, as all the vehicles go up, and a giant plume of flame. And as you rifle through his pockets, you check his jacket, you tap his chest pockets, you rifle through his pants. You find a couple of things. A couple of kind of folded pieces of paper that you just stuff in your pocket. You do, in fact, find the premium gate pass.
Let's go.
You also find a vial of gleaming red liquid with 2 prongs on the end of it of an injector of redline. You also find a second vial of dark green liquid that looks like very similar to the poison that you saw in the cannery as you were walking by that they were applying to the weapons.
It must be Green Line. This is Washington, D.C.
Very funny. That is very funny.
Extremely funny.
That was pretty good.
I will take the red vial, I will
shit.
throw it to the ground, and I will smash it with my boot.
You do so.
And I will keep the green vial on me to just inspect later for what it is, but I'm not being caught. With what happened to Pike last time, I'm not fucking keeping red line on.
And there was a truck full of red line. Is that a total?
That's been-
So when this all broke out and the car was like
Just making sure,
spinning,
just making sure.
it
It's
cut
all
into
over
the
the road.
tanker. It blasted a geyser of red line up into the air. It's strewn all about the road,
Just making
and as
sure.
the tanker's
Just
gone up
wanna
in
make sure
flame,
that
it's
there's
been
no more red
spreading
line.
out onto
What happened to
the.
that 7 I rolled?
Because
I was gonna say, well, we can save it. I'll tell you what was gonna happen.
All right. Okay. Just maintaining game state. I need to know if I'm going to develop an addiction to that.
I'll
you
tell
don't
you
have
right
an
now.
addictive personality.
If you
I
had
can
rolled,
quit anytime I want.
if you rolled a 5 or lower, I was
Okay.
gonna hype you up on red line.
Oh, fuck! I wish I got
I was
that.
gonna say that as you like slid through it, you got some
Yeah.
like it's a giant pool.
Oh,
of fucking
absolutely.
Red line.
I knew
so
what
it's
I
like
was doing.
splashing up as you're
It's
going.
calculated risk. I'm just bad at math.
I was gonna say you're gonna get a little hyped up on what would have been standard red line, not what he was on.
Yeah.
That's some special shit.
That was
No, he had the
enhanced.
primo shit.
That was scientifically enhanced.
That
like
Nolari
fuck you,
was,
red line.
yeah.
So you find all this. You crush the red line under the vial. You pocket that green vial of venom. You take the premium gate pass and you slide it into your pocket. Ko is coming back around with her bike in tow, just kind of walking it over. As you all meet back up at the truck.
I'll look at Ko. You okay?
I'll fucking live.
Why don't you spend the night on the ship?
Got nowhere fucking else to go. You only got one gate pass, so I guess I gotta put it back in the van.
That's why I asked.
Yeah. And I'll ride the bike. I'll myself. I'll turn it off, take my Conobo, put it back in the slot.
Wait, no, hold on. I just learned about this thing. Just give me a sec.
I go up there and I use the mag cable.
I'm doing something!
I use the mag cable.
Oh yeah, you can easily pull the bike into the
I'll ride it around. I'll put the Conobo back in its slot. I'll shoot it.
And I swing the giant magnet
Please don't fuck
from,
it up more than it already is.
great little toaster.
Yeah.
Please don't fuck it up more than it
It
already is.
magnets the bike up very gently.
Yeah.
And I'll slide it over and I'll bring it into the bed of the truck and I'll let it down and I'll detach it.
You do so deftly. That's exactly what its intention
That's
is.
the point of it.
It's to be used in such a fashion. And you wanted it and you got it. The mag cable draws the bike in. Nobody has had to exert themselves to get it into the truck. You are all loaded up. The bike, Big Thunder, with one missing arm.
I get in the back with Ziggy.
You're in the
I'm
back
not trying to
with
get
Ziggy.
shot. I let Pike have shotgun.
What's going on?
Is everybody
Do you
in?
have any games on that thing?
Oh yeah, I got tons. You want to play something?
What do you got?
Well, I list a number of games.
Yeah, Rhett, we're in.
Everybody buckle up.
I wait for 3 clicks. before
Classic dad.
hit the
I
gas.
click it.
Click, click. You hear struggling in the back.
I only
Ziggy,
counted
yeah.
2.
And I will drive to the nearest gate to get the fuck out of at least for now. I'll probably have to come back tomorrow night, but for tonight, I want to get back to the Rhapsody.
What are you thinking about? Why were you thinking you have to come back?
Well, in case Co needs to, I don't know,
okay.
deal with Mrs. Ume's. you know.
Yeah.
I would want to.
Blah, 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 blah. I hear you.
Anyway, it's
Nothing
I'm doing all right. I'm going to the rest.
So you
20%
find
of the
you
way through
retrace
journey.
your pathway back through the roadways. You reverse nav. Ziggy can is deft at it now. You can pull the nav up to the closest gate to the upper crust.
My navigation takes him through a drive-through Taco Bell because I'm very hungry. And so, can we just have a little food? I mean, it's been a long night.
I guess we've earned it.
Load up on naked chicken chalupas.
We'll have 3 taco boxes.
Space taco boxes.
Ground
Oh,
beef.
can we stop at Steven's Magma Chicken?
Do you want any sauce with that?
No, never mind. We're gonna go to Steven's Magma Chicken. I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's good. I mean, who knows when I'll be back at this place?
Thanks for wasting my time.
We go to Steven's
Oh,
Magma
it's so
Chicken.
moist.
You go to
very funny.
Steven's Magma Chicken instead.
These are spicier than I expected. I like the little bread that they serve with it. And so we're all sitting in a Steven's Magma Chicken parking lot,
Yep.
eating chicken tenders.
God,
spicy
take you back
chicken
to
tenders.
college.
I
Yeah, you're
know.
parked in the Stevens Magma
God, it's
Chicken
so
parking
fucking
lot,
good.
and you're all in there just housing
Oh, God.
spicy chicken tenders dipped into a
Beat to
delicious
shit.
sauce.
Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
beat to shit.
Oh,
and we're
yeah.
all crammed in the van eating
Yeah.
it.
You know, guys, food always tastes better after a near-death bounty.
You're telling me this is delicious.
Oh, can you pass some of those waffle fries, please?
I got the honey butter. It's just I shouldn't have. I took a risk. I rolled the dice.
What did you fucking expect?
It was much sweeter than I expected. I thought it was
First
gonna
the
be like
chili
honey mustard.
pizza, then the honey
Wait,
butter
I thought it was gonna be
fries.
like a savory sweet.
You ordered honey on your fries, and then you're like, I got honey all over my
I
fries.
got honey all over my fries.
I'm gonna.
God, that's funny.
I will have gotten like 8 orders, and I house all of them. Are you gonna eat that? Are you gonna eat the fries with a cup of honey?
I am.
Oh, even though you were complaining about it.
Yeah, I mean, fucking fries. Fucking look at me.
Jeez, Ziggy, you know what? You surprised me.
Why?
You may have struggled to beat me at Thoroughfare Combatant 2.
That's
but
not fair.
You want to know how Pike and I became friends in the cam?
How's that?
The one thing, when you look at all those, when you're in prison, you ever been in prison? No, you've definitely not been in prison.
I wouldn't do well in prison.
No, you wouldn't.
I feel very Taishen coded
Is he
right now.
You see,
Jesus Christ.
you see all these scared little boys and girls and everyone else. But I saw Pike, and I looked into his eyes. He's a killer. Just like me, just like Rhett. You're just like us. And I'll give you like a nudge. It gets easier every time.
I suppose that's right. I mean, technically, I have the highest body count over the last 12 session hours.
Exactly right.
Oh, that's actually.
That's a high score.
I mean, who knows how many people that those sentry guns killed?
Yeah. I mean, and you on the way to Jeffrey's Magma Chicken, you pull past the cannery for just a second. There's just a mountain of bodies. It's just Scarlet Eye Goons piled up, all with just shredded auto turret bullets torn through their bodies.
I'm gonna count 4 for assisting Rhett with the Singularity. I killed the one passenger guy who on the motorcycle. And I killed the passenger in Big Thunder's car. I killed that one guy in you remember he turned into dust like the end of the Revengers. And I didn't tell you guys this, but I think I killed 2 guys in the bar.
No, you
definitely did.
No,
that
you
went
did.
from,
I mean, I was,
it was
like, unconscious and I
technically
saw you
Rhett
kill
to
him.
now
Yeah.
I did it. Make up your mind, Siggy.
Look, let me offer you a piece of advice. Don't keep track. Please don't keep count.
I definitely won't keep track. 9.
He's got a spreadsheet.
A lot
He's got dates and time.
level of ferocity.
We'll say
Number of
24.
people
We'll say
died.
24. That gets me to 33.
It's
like-
Steve-O's Magma Chicken. It's got to be Steve-O. It's got to be some sci-fi.
Steve-O, yeah.
Steve-O.
Steve-O's Magma Chicken.
And it's a 0 for the O.
We finish our chicken
Yeah.
You finished
and we drive to a gate.
The food down here is actually much better than it is on the top slice. It's all a bunch of fancy shit up there. Now it's way better down here.
We go to the top slice, and I will take us back to the port, the spaceport.
You go through the pull up to the gate. You see 2 cyber badges and that gun mech standing off to the side, and you'll pull up. And mind you, the truck is fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
And
No, it's fucked
you'll
up.
like roll up, kind of like almost smoky, right up to the gate, and they shoot you the most unbelievable, like no fucking way these guys are getting through. And you roll the window down, and you pull out this this gold-colored pass hanging
It's
out
deluxe.
the window,
Or premium.
and they
What the fuck
like,
it says.
well. Safe travel, sir. As they scan the pass, and the gates fly open, as you are now able to
Jackasses.
ascend the ramp to the top slice. And you drive up that same like 4 or 5 minutes almost as you kind of just go up this spiral ramp until you break back out. And it's the first time in probably at this point 2, maybe even 3 weeks that you actually once again see the sky. Breaking out past those highways. You see that just the beautiful cotton candy neon starway above you. And it's probably at this point, it's a little darker. It's moved to kind of like firm night. Probably even the middle of the night. As
it's gotta be
as
late
you
as fuck.
wind up. Yeah, super late as fuck. As you make your way back to the Rhapsody. And you pull into the starport, and you take the truck back to well, maybe you'll drop the party off the Rhapsody really quick, and you drive the truck back to the rental return
Yeah,
station.
I'll get my bike into the hangar.
You get your bike into the hangar, and you drive the.
Well, hold on. Basically, what I would do is I want to make sure I want to like fix it as much as I could before I return it. So like, while I drop them off, I'll do a quick tune-up, and I would drop it off.
As we are walking, as you drop it off, you're dropping us off. We're getting ready to get on the Rhapsody, right? I'm gonna just look to Ko and I'm gonna say, "Listen, Ko, I know you weren't exactly thrilled about space, but you ever see the way waves of light move in an aurora? It's like a cosmic dance. I think you're gonna love it."
I've only been on shuttles and, mass transports. Maybe it'll be beautiful. I don't know.
Here's what I propose. I think I'll drop the truck off. Let's spend the night here. You take this. If you want to see to Mrs. Ume's affairs, deal with the grocery store in the morning, say your goodbyes. if
She
you
has
want.
family. She is a next of kin. I think she owned it maybe with her brother. He's still alive, younger brother.
She had somebody. And I'm not trying to pressure you. And I'm not trying to say you should feel like you needed to say goodbye. I wanted to give you the option.
I can't look Mr. Ume in the eye. I can't look at brother in the eye just yet. I'll give him a call at some point.
Regardless, this is yours. And I'll hand you the premium gate pass. In case you ever make it back here, you want me to drop you off for a couple weeks.
Thank you, Red.
But in the meantime, welcome to the crew of the Rhapsody. I'll stick my hand out.
I guess I have to get a fucking license.
Sure do.
I'm gonna squeeze as hard as I can. I know he's an Ethron, and so I'm like,
And I'm like, and if you wouldn't mind, if you could show her to the brig, if you want to carry him and leave him in there.
Gladly. Hey, this will be your first lockup.
all right, come here, you ugly fuck. And I'm gonna grab Sagio.
You pick up Sagio and you slump him over your shoulder. And he's noticeably lighter, not significantly so. Obviously, he's missing an arm, but something a little bit more than that. He's lighter as you have him slumped over your shoulder as you make your way onto the Rhapsody. And this is the first time you've seen this ship. And you're in awe of its kind of, you get the sense of someone who appreciates, loves your own mechanical bike. You can tell the care that Rhett has kind of put into this ship. It's beautiful in its presentation as you approach. And walking through it is even better as this grand hangar kind of extends out in front of you. You see for the first time presumably, off to the side, the Sparrow docked in the hangar bay, and you might even move your bike up.
Oh yeah,
next to
right
it,
next
right
to
up
it.
next
it's
to
like
it.
so small in comparison.
Yeah,
right?
and
It's this little
tiny.
thing.
Yeah, compared to the personal ship. Yeah.
My eyes are just like, why? Fuck, Pike, you weren't kidding.
Not bad, right?
God, that thing's beautiful.
It's even better when
bet
you're
that
out there.
Bet it's fast as fuck too.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe one day you could teach me how to fly a starship.
Absolutely. You don't have to ask twice.
Cool.
Come on, let's pick you out a room.
Not the one with the swamp water.
No, not the one with the swamp water. Trust
Okay.
me.
And you all make your way back onto the ship. You're able to fix the truck
I'll
up.
reunite with Hank for the first time. I'll give him lots of scratches. He'll help me tune up the truck just for like maybe not even an hour. I just want to do it
Yeah.
once over, try to fix
You're
what
not-
I can, so that they're not dinging me on the fucking bill at the end.
You're not. You're doing the best that you can with what you got to work with. Maybe
Except
you
you forgot to fill up the gas. You did everything else.
the car comes back in perfect condition. But it comes
of a
back
bitch.
on E after
Yeah.
you've been driving around, and they slap you with a 1,000-note penalty.
300 notes a gallon? Damn it! There goes the whole bounty.
Fuck.
And you reunite with Hank. You give him a bunch of scratches. He helps you fix up the truck as he's kind of happily around you, excited to see you back.
You have a dog bot?
Yeah, but
Why did you never mention this?
Well, he's my buddy, Hank.
He's a very good boy.
Hank, this is Coach. He's a new member of the crew. Help Pike show him
Do you have
around.
any digibones?
Yeah, I do.
Don't get into too much trouble. I'm gonna drop this thing
I'm gonna give
off.
him so many digibones.
Well, they're apparently very expensive.
Yeah, and if you're doing
I'm
that,
gonna
it's
give him
coming out
I'm
of
gonna kneel
your
down.
salaries, not the ship's.
And give him scratches. I am going to I'm gonna just pick up Hank and just carry him around.
He would love that. He would love that.
He is tiny in your arms. Hank's already kind of a smallish dog. In your arms, he looks like a teacup pug. He's even somehow more adorable as he's pulled up in your grand embrace.
Okay, where's my room?
His legs kind of like swaying as he shifts from
100%.
side to
I would
side.
just lead you to the open spaces and let you pick whatever you want.
Yeah,
basically.
I would pick the one that just feels right to me. The one that doesn't have the pond water. The one that feels.
I would have more crew cabins. Than
Yeah,
the one
you have
that's-
several. You have some that
Yeah,
are just
I'm gonna
like
avoid both of them.
open,
I have at
quickly,
least like 6 or
and-
7.
open and blank. And you find one. You find one all kind of in that same like dormitory corridor. Maybe 1 or 2 rooms just down from Pike, not that far away. And you find a room that you feel like kind of begins to resonate with you, not because of anything that it has in it, but almost because it's extremely barren, and it's this empty room of promise that you can really find a space to make your own. That kind of draws you in.
You do reach underneath the pillow and find a letter. Dearest Portia.
He said, "Not any of those rooms. Not those rooms."
Oh shit! That was the mushroom room.
Use that brown stuff.
Yeah.
That's on mushrooms.
Oh, should have known.
I will.
That doesn't happen.
When we get to that, when we get to the rooms, I'm gonna let Hank go and he'll scamper off, and I'll kind of walk in as Pike's behind me. And I'll take a look, and I feel that sense of potential, and I feel a little numb. I help him with getting Big Thunder into the brig and locked up, and I'll do this. I'll say, well, I guess I put my bags down, but all I have is what's on me, and I'll pat my vest, and I'll reach in, and I'm gonna pull out the cricket. As many times as that big fucker punched me, he still didn't smash this little guy. I guess you are lucky, cricket. And like, I'm imagining it's a barren room.
Yep.
And like maybe there's like a dresser next to like a bed, and I'm just gonna put the cricket on the bed, and I do the thing, and I hear the little chimes. This'll fucking do. This'll fucking do.
You and the cricket, this autumn cricket, are the only 2 splashes of color in this cartridge gray room.
It's
I mean,
beige and
yeah,
it's
but-
Super Nintendo color.
Yeah, Super Nintendo
yeah,
colors
yeah.
room. As you stand there for a moment, just watching the quiet song of the autumn cricket as it plays you its tune.
All right. I guess I'm gonna be a bounty hunter.
All right, and if you need anything, my room's just down there on the right. Don't hesitate to knock.
Thanks. Thanks for giving me a place to go. I guess I could have found somebody else from back home to crash with, but I'm done getting people killed for a while. I'm done.
By the time I'm back from the rental car place, my hope is that everyone's long asleep.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd get there and I would just walk back. I take my time. I don't sleep a ton. But I would get in to the ship. I don't know if anyone would be awake, but if everyone's asleep,
I would say I go
Everyone's asleep. Everyone's asleep. You're only met by Hank.
I'll sort of walk in and, hey, buddy, I know I miss you too. And I'll just sort of, introspectively walk through the halls of the Rhapsody after being away from the ship for a really fucking long time. For probably the longest I've been away from the ship in years. And I will sit down at my desk, and I will start to just look through my records of the guilds and just find out where we're going to drop this guy off. And start to think about where we might want to set a course. And once I know where we're taking this guy, I would ask Hank to set the nav computers and turn on autopilot. However, if it takes a week or whatever, get going.
Yeah, so the Rhapsody begins to kind of once more whir to life and shift and shuttle as it raises out of the holding clamps at the starport, and you slowly begin to pull away from Makoro City. And you go to your terminal, you see now with one of these distributors, one of these main planetary distributors of Redline for the Scarlet Eye Gang. What's the payout? Where does it turn in? And you find the closest GBG or the Bounty Hunting Guild outpost to you, and you set a quick coordinates. You can also kind of start to do a little bit of brief research. You might punch in the name that Big Thunder give you, and you would pull nothing. But the planet, Cherix, that is within your sector. That is relatively easily to travel to. You would go to the GBG first, the GBG outpost, but you think maybe after that, your next step is to head here. And you begin to plot your course as the Rhapsody lifts up into space, enters into this beautiful, almost like sea current, this kind of like neon, magenta, bluish, pink, warbling ether wave as you kind of enter into it. The ship begins to rock and twist as you sail away. With your coordinates set towards the GBG.
Yeah, I would basically stay up all night, right? And like this would be probably in the morning, by the time, I don't know if you all would be like close to be waking up.
I think I would probably only try to nap for a couple hours, and
Yeah.
I would probably.
I only need 4 hours. I also don't sleep very much. Right?
Yeah, and so I think
I would join you as if we're like riding the actual ether currents.
Yeah, I would have, since we're not going to use any gates for FTL, I would make sure that Hank is, navigating to the ether currents and using that to,
and you would know that the relevance of this GBG outpost being in the same sector of space that you're in, as well as this next planet, is you would not need to use any of the FTL gates. You would be able, should you choose, or ones you could maybe use to make this trip shorter. But should you choose, you can fly these ether currents instead to take normal kind of journey times towards these outposts and planets.
I think we're sticking to the currents, and I think anyone who would wake up in the morning would find Rhett on the bridge, just looking out at the beautiful currents, holding a cup of coffee.
I will like stand in the back as soon as I like get to the huge like viewport of the. I've seen I'm looking at like out the portholes as I'm looking by, but as soon as we get to like the cockpit and the common room and then the whole bridge above that, I'll just kind of stop in the back and be like,
you've had a lot of new experiences. You've been to prison yourself, but you've never thrown someone into bars. That's very new. You've traveled a bit, but mainly on transports. You've never quite been on kind of like an interplanetary journey quite like this, on a ship like this before. Seeing the true unfettered grandeur of the Rhapsody of space, the spreading out in front of you, you're stricken in this moment.
wow, Pike was right.
Beautiful, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on one second. I will set my mug of coffee down, and I will hustle down the half flight of stairs down to the lounge, and I'll walk up to where the coffee machine is, and I will grab a mug out of the cabinet, pour Co a cup of coffee, and I'll run upstairs. Morning.
Morning.
Cheers.
Cheers. You like my boss now or something?
I mean, technically, yes, but I don't like to see it that way. We're all part of the same crew.
Good, because I don't deal well with authority, so.
Good. I didn't expect so. And I'll sort of turn and sort of face out the viewport.
Yeah.
And just take it all in.
And it's as you're standing there, the two of you together, as you look out the viewport and you see this shimmering waves of the ether current caressing against the ship. You start to see it first one, and then two, and then suddenly almost sailing with you, this pod of ether whales begins to surround the ship as you all sail together through.
That's so fucking cool.
Through Stardust as you make your way through space. You have never seen anything like this before.
Does this happen all the time?
Not all the time. I mean, ether whales are a relatively rare sight, but God, it fucking never gets old. Let me tell you.
The door behind you opens and Ziggy steps through. Oh, hey, Co. Oh, cool. Whales. Coffee ready? And I'll race down and, hey, who took my cup? I'm gonna have to make my own pot?
Just brew more, damn it.
I'm having the wonder of the beginning of, or the middle of Jurassic Park, when they first arrive at the island, when they first see the dinosaur. And I am like absolutely just awestruck at these whales flying through space. And I'll kind of like just sit there and I was like, maybe I was meant to be among the stars.
And for the first time in a long time, for you, Ko, you're filled with hope. You feel this sense, once again, what you thought you had lost, you feel almost this homeliness settling in. With your now latest bounty locked in the brig once more, and your coordinates set to the GBG outpost, as you sail with a pod of ether whales through the Stardust Rhapsody, that's where we'll end the session.
Damn!
Well done, Mace.
Oh!
Well done.
Oh, baby!
Oh, that fucking hit's good!
I know it's
More
3
Stardust
a.m.
Rhapsody!
I mean, yes, actually.
Fuck the red line! I want to fucking get my fix.
Oh, man.
Later, when Co receives
This
her
should be good.
guild license, it says Kat Etsatora as her name.
The space in the wrong place.
Okay.
Good stuff,
We're
guys.
not done.
Well done.
We aren't?
We're not done. I know it's 3 in the morning, but we're not done.
It's 3 in the
I'm
morning.
not
It's
gonna
3
get
in the
up till like
morning.
5:30.
Thank you guys for staying up.
Oh, yeah.
This
No,
was-
I mean, I really...
This was transcendental.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was extremely transcendental.
We have Avengers and Chill.
Yeah.
What's that?
What is that?
We're going to talk about the session a little bit, let everyone get home to their families and sleep, but we will talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk a
There's a
little
lot
bit.
to talk about. And so, come back on Wednesday for the return of Once Upon a Witchlight.
That's big.
That's the big thing.
That's huge.
Our U2's launch is then
Wednesday, yeah.
The 23rd,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Thank you to Loot Tavern and Zaman's
That's
Guide
right.
to the End of Time and
And
how to fix it.
That's right.
It looks fucking
The
amazing.
link's been rolling all day. It's
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
Thank you
It's
to
up
our
there.
sponsors.
If you're gonna back the Kickstarter, use our link. Go check it out. It's fucking awesome.
They got like a 14-hour stream.
That's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah!
That's what I'm saying.
That's good value.
It's good value.
We're going to talk about a few moments
Yeah.
in Avengers and Chill. We're going to theorize. Join us for this discussion. And if there's not anything else, again, let's give it up for Mace.
Give it up for Mace.
Come on, you guys, everybody.
Give it up for fucking
Can
Dan.
we give it up to Dan Dillon?
Dan Dillon.
Amazing mechanics.
With all of that.
Encounters,
was all there.
rules, subclasses,
Every stat block,
species.
everything that you see mechanically,
I don't know if you guys saw.
besides the baseline 5e 2024 stuff, is all Dan Dillon.
I'm not
He's
gonna
in
say
Twitch
anything
chat.
else, but Dan sent us a message, and it's a stat block, and it says, "FY, here's what Rhett smashed,"
And it's fucking
and
crazy.
we have what it was,
It's Bojangles crazy.
but it shit's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
So just kind of
But hey,
funny.
where we're going,
I just wanted to tease it.
On principle, Red had to do it.
Because I
exactly
know.
what
No,
Rhett would've
I'm with
done.
you 100%. I also want to make chat just go crazy. That's
The
all.
chase,
Chat's
the
gonna go
chase
crazy.
was mechanically so perfect.
It was very sound.
I can't even begin. The dice told the story in such a beautiful way.
Let's save that for Avengers and Chill. With
Yeah.
that, let's chill. Who wants to start?
I don't know how I pick a single favorite.
I
moment. That's
cannot
fucking
even begin to
insane.
There's 13
All
hours
14 hours?
to pick from. Yeah,
Every-
14 hours.
every-
We each get
Second-
two. We each get two, first and second. Right? Third and fourth.
I was gonna just pick one, let everybody else go, then send another one, let everyone else go.
All right.
Like
All right.
my first one is when Rhett Singularity collapsed a bunch of bikes and dudes instantly. Just the most gruesome shit we've ever fucking seen. in the reality of this world.
No, I saw this circular, like, if you've ever, no one here has seen this. The show Dark has a singularity in it that's this swirling blob of insanity, and I was picturing that with a bunch of motorcycles and corpses in it, and it's a fucking nightmare.
The way that I cannot stress to you how horrifying that would be to the average person in this world. For the equivalent idea, it would be like being a peasant in Wuthrup and seeing a gun. And hearing a gun go off and hearing black powder, that alone is so terrifying. It literally uses the fear mechanic. Like when the average person hears a gun go off, it causes fear. The average person in this world sees ether tech.
The type of shit that Rhett's dealing with, people do not encounter.
No, Grav Tech is an extremely advanced level of technology
I think
in
a
this
big
galaxy.
part of hiring Grimcorp is for the shock and awe.
Yes,
and
100%.
the utter fear.
It's a show of
force.
Show of force. I have been with Rhett for forever now, and it still is unsettling to Pike. He's still not used to it.
Yeah.
After all this time.
And it's not that often he whips that sort of thing out.
No.
Right? Like most of the time he's just shooting guys.
So that's one of my
numbers.
That's one of mine.
Most of the time he's not folding guys like fucking cookies in the background.
I have to say this. I need to get this off my chest. I say this with the love of every single fan, and especially the super fans of Overture. I say this with the appreciation and the joy and the gratitude that a character that I played resonated so deeply with you. And even if you feel personally that I should keep playing a character because you want me to, with full respect and appreciation and understanding how much I love playing Stardust Chocolates, Overture Chocolates, and how much fun I had. I just need to say, thank God I'm not playing a fucking card.
Yeah. Look,
Thank God.
I stick to what I said months and months ago. What I said last month was, if you weren't convinced in episode 1 and 2, give it another 2 to 4 episodes. Just give it another 2 to 4 episodes. Let us convince you that this was the right decision.
I love chocolates.
And I don't know how you can't be convinced after these 2 episodes.
I cannot fathom it personally. And there's no wrong fun. No. Everybody has taste. I truly could not comprehend
It's
not
also,
being convinced.
I mean, Ko's fantastic too.
That's my favorite moment. Just Ko. That's a cop-out. But Ko,
Great answer.
just, there was a moment, I forget exactly when it was, but the 4 of us were just role-playing, and I was like, this is a fucking bounty hunting crew. I was so in awe of just like the way we were interacting. We were all, maybe it was the motel, I forget when it was, but I was sitting back and I was just like, holy fucking shit, this is finally correct. And what a fucking joy it was to have new Rhett and new Pike with Ziggy and Ko. I can't express to the folks at home what a pleasure and joy and like the gratitude I feel to have been able to sit at this table for the past 13 hours, 13 hours and 20 minutes right now, and enjoy this. That's my first moment.
I better look up jokes and puns and gags that I should do for 14 hours.
I'll let everybody else go, but I got 2 more, because I got 1 for each of you.
That was my favorite moment, where there were so many moments where we felt like a team. We felt like an actual team. Every single one of us was important, relevant, and we all had our skills and our strengths and our weaknesses and our characterization, and it just worked. And it felt so fun to play, where, at least for me, these fucking 14 hours flew by.
Are you kidding?
And I could keep going. I mean, I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Maybe I'll have some Steve-O's magma chicken.
It's very funny.
But I've been wondering how Ko was gonna hit and how Ko was gonna land.
Me too.
I was wondering. I've been nervous for a year.
Yeah.
I've been anxious and neurotic for a year. And I am very grateful to have this catharsis. I have a lot of complicated feelings. Someone else go.
You're describing how I felt last time we played.
I can't imagine.
Because
I can imagine now.
Yes.
You were born to play Ziggy. Ziggy
No, it's perfect.
New Ret and New Pike are unbelievably cool. And they fit so much well. They haven't been sidelined and pushed to these kind of curmudgeons because they can't process all of the shit that's happening. Of course, Cowboy Bebop characters who got transported in Dragon Ball Super, right? Of course, it's like a small Victorian child having a spicy Cheeto.
Right. It just kills you instantly. It kills them instantly.
You know? It's so good to have that. But Ziggy is just, you were born to play Ziggy. Every one of your characters, it is just, I don't know.
It doesn't matter what we're doing. I know exactly what to do.
That's the thing.
I know exactly what to do.
That's
in
wild.
every moment. And if you go back and watch Overture, I love LaBouche. I love what the possible was
the
there.
opposite. It's not
but
the opposite.
but there are scenes where you can feel. I think even through the lens, you can look at me and you can go, Derek doesn't know what to do. Derek doesn't have where he wants to be with LaBouche, the emotional tool. He knows what LaBouche knows what he wants to do, but Derek can't. That is an important friction.
I just want to let you know that I appreciate you saying that because I think it takes a very big person to admit that. I think it
Thank
takes
you.
the same thing. I think it takes a very
I've had the time to process.
It's hard to look inward like that and acknowledge that.
I think that happens to way more people in way more moments than like have the wherewithal to kind of like
Admit
say
it.
it aloud, and then take the steps to like rectify that for yourself.
I also think that people who love LaBouche also love LaBouche the way I love LaBouche, where you can also see where the potential of what's happening in that scene is also. But do I feel like I delivered that performance? No. Today, did I close my eyes and Ziggy just falls out instantly?
It's all growth.
Yes.
It's growth. It's all growth.
This fell out of us.
Yeah.
It felt like we didn't have to break a fucking sweat because it was just natural. Because we did the fucking work for a year to fix it.
Yeah, no, a lot of work went into all of this.
Oh,
and, I'm glad that you feel
what
the
a
payoff.
joy!
I'm really
What
glad.
a joy!
Before Mace goes, I have one more
I
for
haven't
each of
gone.
you.
Yeah.
You haven't gone? Go.
No.
Because I want to give each of you my favorite
I didn't
moment
even
too.
take a specific
Everybody
moment.
got a
I'll think
favorite.
of a
I'm giving
specific
everyone one
we
favorite
said it
moment.
just before Adventures in Chill. I'm also taking a cop out, and that is I love when the dice tell the story.
Yeah.
And it did the entire 13 hours. Not a single dice roll would I change the number value for, but the chase mechanics.
Oh my god! So fucking good.
Fucking good.
It was perfection. It was
And
perfection.
Here's an example. Look at go back and watch 4 years ago, however long it's been, Icebound flying down the river at the end of Arc 1. Spoilers for Icebound, sort of, kind of, right? But you guys are on these floating ice chunks, and you're going down the river. I would have loved to have the
have
feeling
something.
of speed and momentum that created fear here.
Yeah.
For that, I didn't have Dan Dillon.
That's true.
I didn't have fucking Dan Dillon.
It's an unbelievable
boys.
game changer to have Dan Dillon.
And I got a
thunk it?
message. I got a message. I'll just very quickly. This was 2 hours ago. This is 2 hours ago. It was right before we crashed and we had our final boss fight. I'm so fucking happy with how this is working out. Holy shit.
Good.
It's
Dan
also
just
the
said in
greatest
chat-
fucking thing that he's always like in chat,
No.
watching it
The
happen.
chase works so well, I could fucking cry.
So,
I could
thank
fucking.
you.
I don't
Bless
understand.
you.
I don't want to speak for Dan, but I can only imagine what it's like being on his side, being like, I wrote this thing, we didn't play test it. Let's see how it executes, and to watch it just basically flawlessly happen.
flawless.
You know what I
Because-
mean?
well-
I'm sure he's got a level of nervous or nerves, right?
Well,
and he
Dan
just fucking
creates
kills
these
it.
arenas. It's like when you fight fucking Bowser in Super Mario 64, where
Yeah.
you can run around and you can have this little fight, but there's going to be a huge explosion on the perimeter, and all we need to do is veer over here and there's an explosion, or have a collision and there's an explosion.
The hazards
Have some-
were so
stress
fucking
building up?
clean.
the
The
stress building up and there's a collision.
It just fucking works.
It always felt like there was pressure, but not so much. That the way that we would die wasn't because of instant death. It wasn't fucking fail and suck. It was always based on attrition, where things would. It was perfect, and that's my favorite moment. Was it felt really, really good to be in the back of a truck while Rhett was driving and feel the.
It felt
the
like we were
insanity.
all doing what
Yes.
we would do,
Yeah.
right?
So that's me.
Damn.
You may do your shit.
I'm just snagging him real quick.
Yeah.
Well, I want Mace to go first, and then you can go.
Okay.
I'm also gonna take up a broader favorite moment, just to kick things off, because I love that we now have the full party at the table, and I also, you know, we've talked about this before, but Stardust is really like a massive passion for me, right? Like obviously, like I wanted to sit here and be able to tell this story with you guys, and as much as I also absolutely loved Overture, I think that was able to work because of how phenomenally you guys dealt with what, you know, just absolute insane crazy shit I was throwing you at the table. But you talk about things like the stress of not quite feeling like LaBouche was fitting, Pike and Rhett kind of being so out of their element, Chuckles being so, you know, and it's kind of like, as you're trying to go through this and you're crafting these stories, you guys are always just so gracious in how we move through these things. And even in moments where maybe internally you're thinking like, this isn't super gelling for me, you're 110% of you's at the table, right? But you always you always want it to be this thing where everyone is not just 100% effort is at the table, but 100% like love in the story, 100% buy-in in what's happening around you, and everything just like kind of clicks and gels. And just the difference in feeling from just these two nights of playing Anthem and how fucking phenomenal it's been to like be at the table and have you guys here and just feel like the palpably different energy in the room as we've gone through this is my favorite moment.
Energy's addicting.
Yeah, absolutely.
The energy keeps you going.
Yeah.
Oh, just real quick, because I wanted to give you guys your moments too, because I really just appreciate everybody. It kind of layered onto what you were saying about you know, your character and being worried about it. But what I'll say is the moment that we rolled initiative, when we met your character and introduced Ko, it instantly, the moment that we like got the fight going, I was like, oh, this is someone that I met in prison and I spent 6 months with, and I know who they are, and I had a couple conversations, blah, blah, blah. Like, we have never RP'd as Pike and Co. ever. Not once. Nope. But the moment we rolled initiative, it fit. That was my favorite moment. Was the way that Co was introduced. We were shoulder to shoulder. It was like we never fucking left the prison. Yeah.
I had the exact same, you know, sometimes you throw out NPCs because they just need to be there in the world and you don't exactly know like what's happening. And you know they're just there to interact with the party, and playing like Big Thunder and being on the other side of Ko, I had that exact same feeling where like, well, I really feel like I'm a part of Ko's like true and honest backstory right now. Like I'm really invested in this. This feels seamless, and that was fucking awesome.
My favorite moment with Ziggy is a tie between you tiptoeing your way to the control room to take a dump.
Oh my god.
And us leaving you alone in the Love Motel. I can't pick because it was just, again, it's just to reiterate what you said about playing the character, how it just falls out of you. Yeah. It's so natural and so perfect. The shit that you were doing, it's just like, it's hard for me to not break character because it's just so fucking funny.
It's perfect.
And it's just perfect. And Mace, I gotta give it up to you. I don't know how I picked just one fucking thing besides you DMing for 14 hours straight.
Yeah, well, fucking dead.
Like, holy shit, man. I think to me, what I would say my favorite moment for you is just the flawless execution that you seem to have month after month. Yeah. You are just, you fire on all cylinders every minute for, 12 to 14 hours straight, and it's fucking insane.
Can I layer onto that?
Of course.
My favorite Mace moment, the characterization.
Oh, and of course, Fenny.
Of Sageo.
Yes.
Sageo.
Yes. Oh my God.
Was fucking.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
I agree.
I was going to call that out. You took my moment.
Like, literally.
The voice was spot on.
The voice, the mannerisms, the energy. I could fucking picture. He was real.
You were Mace. The bug person was fucking.
The bug person?
Yeah. No, you destroyed the characters.
I agree, Rich. He felt like a thug.
Yeah.
He didn't feel like this mastermind.
Right.
He felt like a thug who was just an asshole.
He was trying to extend beyond his station like fucking Icarus, and he got too close to the sun.
Fucking well said.
Just.
Seconded.
Anyway,
and also, of course, Faye.
My favorite Andy moment / Pike moment is there are moments where when Rhett and Pike have little moments alone, and they're just so good and they feel so Rhett and Pike. We're in Overture. No wrong fun if you liked it. Fine. But it was, that makes me mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also makes me mad. And that was it.
Doesn't this fucking suck?
Are you talking about the pink champagne hour? Because that was a fucking fun nap.
There's so much
Holy
more
fuck.
That was a fucking
happiness
unbelievable
and
moment.
fun from the two of you
Holy
in
fuck.
this that is in character that is phenomenal to get to see.
Us,
You know?
us sharing cigarettes and pink champagne on ice in the middle of the night is so Rhett and Pike.
Yep.
I can't explain. Like staring out we're like paranoid, staring out the fucking window.
Not exchanging
pitch
a
black.
word.
No.
Just smoking and drinking pink
So not only
champagne.
are they guys who can just sit and not talk and enjoy each other's company,
100%.
but think about how many nights we've spent just on stakeouts.
Yeah.
Just doing bounties. Just
doing
staking,
that same exact
just
thing.
fucking chilling.
Or when we're in the
yeah.
car alone and like Pike just trusts Rhett, like we gotta go. Pike just rolls up in the car, like doesn't ask questions, and we just go. We do our thing, and it's just
Concur.
fuck.
Concur.
I was telling Nikki the other day, I'm like, I don't think I've ever been more excited to play a campaign ever than Stardust Rhapsody.
Yep.
Where I look forward to it. Where before I didn't feel that way, right? There was almost a level of like, God, I gotta be this fucking jackass for fucking 12 hours. Fuck. I'll survive, right?
fucking
Like,
suck.
and it's fine, but like, and again, we had great sessions and they were very fun, but like, nothing is close to
It's
this.
when you feel like you're not contributing as much as you could be able to.
Sure, yeah.
That's how it feels like for me. Of where I'm like, oh my god,
Right.
I could do some heavy lifting here, and I could do some thing, but I'm a fucking clown. Like I could add something. Well,
I guess I'll just cream pie somebody in the face instead.
yeah, I'm gonna go.
I
Oh
think
god,
it
I love
was-
cream pie.
It was like 4 people with locked-in syndrome.
Yeah.
Where we were all in these like shells of character, like zombie characters, and these characters were inside, like possible, right? But like we couldn't get it out there. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird to explain.
There were a lot of
Towards the
issues.
end, I absolutely agree with that, especially.
Yeah.
Right? You know, when we were in early days and we were still figuring our stuff out.
Well, there was like 8 people around the
It
table,
helped- it
and
helped
like
that we had
Right.
additional people, right?
Can I say a favorite Ziggy Co moment? Really, really quick?
yeah.
And I didn't share a Ziggy moment.
The first time you guys sat down to play video games in
Oh,
Mrs.
yeah.
Uma's
Sure,
apartment,
thoroughfare.
Combatants.
thoroughfare combatants too. And you were just shouting like Hadouken, Hadouken, Hadouken. And Ziggy's like,
Sonic Boom!
no, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom,
Sonic
and
Boom!
Ziggy's like,
You can't just do that!
Sonic Boom!
You can't just do that the whole time.
Sonic
you don't
Boom!
understand the game.
Sonic
No,
Boom!
you don't-
PK Fire!
I can't.
PK Fire!
Boom.
That was just so fucking funny, and I think kind of to your point, so immediately like for me, that was the moment when like you guys were all there like eating cookies and drinking tea and playing video games and like plotting your next move.
Rhett
I was
falling
like,
asleep in the chair.
Rhett falling asleep in the chair. I was like, this
So
is it.
good.
This is the fucking party already online.
Yeah.
You know what I was
Pike's
just
just
like,
leaning against the wall,
holy
smoking a
shit!
cigarette.
Like we're here, you know.
We're here.
And then probably my favorite running Ziggy moment / gag is every time I was like, oh, you killed those 2 people. And he's like, well, actually, Rhett killed them.
Technically, it was red.
Technically, it was
And then by
Rhett.
then he's like, well, technically, I killed 2 people. Make up your mind, kid.
So one moment that's for all 3 of you guys out is that also how much the party is meshed already just from last month, of where I'm still laughing about just the visual image of you guys softening up Oryx.
Oh my god!
Oh,
shit!
All right,
so-
That's canon.
All right,
Yeah,
Ziggy, come on,
100%.
get him. He's all yours.
Yeah.
We did all the heavy lifting. Just end him.
Oryx not even like a fighter.
Like Ziggy was embarrassing. We had 6 weeks of like early amateur day Ziggy.
He gets a weird knockdown.
It's just caught in his stomach.
Red, I can't breathe. Red, I can't breathe. Red, I can't breathe.
was just a collection similar to Witchlight of how Chuckles got created. It was all of us, we had a shared backstory, and we knew who we were, so we were able to just bounce around and and
Oh
we
yeah, it was all the
created-
yes and.
We created a scene that happened in the past that never happened to the minute in canon.
Yeah.
But it became canon because it felt so real and the character was so believable and it was lived in. And I'm sorry if our joy makes you upset. Is all I can say.
We're moving past
Yeah.
that.
Move on. Nobody's joy makes
We're all
upset.
experiencing
All I'm saying,
a good amount of joy.
all
playing
I'm
this
saying is that I love this fucking canon.
I
So
agree with
much.
you.
This is such a cathartic experience. And I was worried if Ko was gonna have layers. And I'm like,
You found the
For
layers.
days.
I found the layers.
Yeah.
And I think that is I think that my favorite. There were so many great moments for every individual character. But I mean, I think about like us just sitting and having Steve-O's magma chicken.
Such an Avengers moment.
After,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
The
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Literally after the first Avengers, where they're just like eating shawarma,
Eating
and they're all like
shawarma, yeah.
fucked
That's
up.
very
from
funny.
New
We had
York.
a couple Revengers
Yeah.
moments.
Revengers, that's so good.
My favorite Ziggy moment was him realizing when he was in a bar fight, like, oh fuck, I'm in my first bar fight,
Yeah.
and then like realizing he's this killer instinct to like stick you. Like it's a
I
video
wanna
game.
kill.
I sure hope this doesn't awaken something
You start
in
to
me.
develop a taste for it.
I didn't know they were dead at first. Not really.
It's just perfect.
It's so funny
And
that
then-
he's not been in it, and then everybody's like hitting like, oh, I'll hit non-lethally, and then Ziggy's like, I torch him, man. I torch him fucking all. Yeah.
My second general favorite moment was the week-long time skip, akin to the Wuff Up downtime rules, where it's like we just spend a week and we get to describe what we want to do, and it's like this is what you do over a whole week. I fucking love that. We all get to split up and have our own little thing that we're doing.
Massive.
That was my favorite rep moment, actually. That is just like another example of you kind of like brilliantly playing your characters and thinking like
My specialty.
I want like literally you have this like just like scope knowledge, you know, and like perspective, and just thinking like I want to go, this is like super relevant, I want to go and like see if I can find a badge, you know, like some fucking like wasted ether dwarf, steal this thing, and I just want to fucking Ermintrout this thing,
Yeah.
you know, and go
That
in.
was my
and-
favorite rep moment.
That was my favorite rep moment.
Agreed.
And I knew exactly what you were doing, and I gave you the security inspector, the safety inspector, or whatever,
Yeah.
the security consultant. And you know, it was so perfect. And you get to see all these like little Hyojin vignettes, like sub vignettes
I'm in
that I really wanted to be able to demonstrate. It was the perfect way to land that, and I just fucking love rep.
Noah Rose calls out the brilliant maneuvers that helped move the narrative and
Oh, yeah.
get us. It's where Rhett being able to show off, both Ziggy and Rhett being able to show off that they're both high-end characters.
Different forms of
but
intelligence.
in wildly different ways.
Yeah.
Like, that shit makes me I love that kind of shit.
Oh, one of my favorite, not necessarily moments, but Mikey moments, is when I asked, when Ziggy was going through his one-on-one moment, I asked him to roll for stealth, and he fails it horribly, and then Mikey just starts laughing and says, well, how are you going to resolve this dungeon, man? How are you going to resolve this game, master? You're fucked.
Yeah, good luck.
What are you going to do now? And I was like, oh, man.
That
He's
was
so right.
That was very
I'm
funny.
fucked.
I don't know how we can get out of this situation. I think, yeah, I just the dynamic, and so what I think makes a very strong show story is when you have your characters and you can draw a line to from every single character to every single character and define an actual relationship and dynamic that they have. I saw this video about why a particular show was not very good in their opinion, and was basically because like all of the tertiary characters just laddered up to the main character, and there was no other connection, so there was no
nothing
relationship
interesting.
with any of the other characters, and there was no interplay. This feels immediately like all four of us have have lines to everybody
I
else.
can picture what a Ziggy Co adventure would look
Yep.
like. I can picture what a Ziggy Rhett adventure would look
Yep.
like. I can picture what a Ziggy Pike
That's a
adventure would
nightmare.
look like. And each one of them is
Try not to
distinct
get
and
punched in the
beautiful.
stomach this time.
Yeah, don't puke on my shoes.
And I think, and I could picture what a Pike and Co.
yeah.
Oh,
adventure would look
100%.
like,
Yeah.
right? You create. Make dots for all of your characters
puke
and
while you're
draw
doing this.
all the different line connections that are possible, and you'll make a very beautiful. What's the word I'm looking for? Spirograph. Spirograph.
And
Someone in our Discord basically made that exact point for Overture, and I think it was super fucking brilliant. I'm drafting up sort of what they did in Photoshop or Paint or whatever, but in Overture, right? Like these were the character dynamics, right? You had Rhett and Pike who were connected, and they were connected to Dandy because of their history, and they were connected to Kavir in their history. And then Chuckles was connected. Oh, I fucked this. I reversed this. Reverse this. So LaBouche was connected to Kavir, and Chuckles was connected to Dandy. And then in January, we did this.
Yep. And
Right?
so
And so it breaks all of the connection, where he's over here floating in the ether, right? And he's over here floating on his own in the ether, and they're together, and you have this, like, it just goes to show how important what you're saying is, right? Where everyone in the party needs to have a dynamic that's established and makes sense and it exists.
well, that's why I think that as soon as we had the idea to have, because Co has existed for much longer before the idea of Pike having being a prison sentence or us having a backstory.
Yeah, of course.
And so, like, I wasn't sure how, like, you know, if we hadn't had that dynamic, I don't know how that would have shaken out. But like, that kind of decision suddenly made it so much easier for her to slot in. Everyone can trust her more. It can be kind of we can go through a week. My favorite part. I had two more favorite parts. I have a lot of favorite parts. The fact that we got a little bit of NPC annihilation. I love Mrs. Ume, but I think blowing her up in a Godfather-esque way
It felt very mob. Very, very mob.
was very correct.
It's also Overture Mace.
Hey,
I'm gonna let you
I was
know.
gonna say that's SDR, baby.
Yeah.
That's SDR.
NPCs don't survive SDR.
SDR
It's just the law of the land.
was great.
That's right.
And I think that it felt so good that she got a full arc, and she, died for Co's character development. And I think that was amazing, and I think that she was a really good, the characterization was amazing. All the NPCs were perfect. But I think Mrs. Ume especially was suddenly so believable, and she immediately developed a connection, to a dynamic, and immediately developed a dynamic with every single one of us.
Yep.
That was masterful. Well done.
Yeah.
And anyway, you were gonna say something. I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh,
I have one more
only
thing to
that May and Aunt May have very
Oh.
syllabically
I didn't know
similar
that.
places.
even,
I didn't
like,
know if that was
Think
intentional.
towards it.
And they
No,
die
I-
similarly too.
say.
Oh, touche.
Every single one canon.
I say,
both get
depending on the
Blown up.
version.
Well, yeah. Not Tom Holland's. Oh, man.
No.
Oh, I guess actually.
No, she gets blown
She
up.
does
and
get
everything.
blown up.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Squashed by some
It's a little more
debris.
tragic.
Oh,
Squashed by debris.
No, she
2-3
got,
years after the
call it?
canon events of these sessions, the red belts are gone. Who knows why? Who cares? It's not important. But a young woman puts on a red belt for fashion and feels
she's
good about it.
fucking toast.
Feels good about it, and then she walks down
Too
the
close
street.
to the wharf.
Cannery.
Too close to the cannery.
The
And
old
all of a
abandoned
sudden
cannery.
the sentry guns go. That's all.
Dead.
That's all.
Another favorite moment was the fact that Mace let me incorporate Cricketot into the campaign.
Can you reveal what the actual emote was?
I think people figured out it was a motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh, did they figure it
It was
out?
a motorcycle, and then it was misread as a cricket. And I was not trying to make anybody feel bad. only reason why I went as hard is because I unironically love Kricketot. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. It's up there with Spheal. I fucking love Kricketot. And so it was just me having my special topic, being able to do that, and having a meme and having a laugh with it.
And you got to work it into the
And I got to
campaign?
work it in with the thing, and I think it worked appropriately.
Yeah,
The autumn
I
cricket.
loved it.
It worked
I
really
loved
That
it.
has little chimes.
I think it was super elegant.
I fucking
It came
love
full
Kricketot.
circle.
Yeah. What are you gonna say? It's the only Gen 4 Pokemon that I like. I don't know, except for a couple others.
Let's cherry pick a couple key, if there are any. I did connection thing between each character Mikey had mentioned literally 30 minutes ago for them in my head, and I agree with it so perfectly. That says Vasilius. DK said, can't wait for some of their other campaigns. Jackie Ultra, very important question. Is the Keurig machine on the Rhapsody or not? No, I made it very explicit. Mention that there's a coffee pot, basically a Mr. Coffee, on the Rhapsody. There's no Keurig.
Nope.
It's not Rhett style.
Senor Java.
That's very funny. Is this the longest stream we've ever done? No. No, we've done like 16-hour, right?
I don't know.
During Cricket Moon.
Our longest hour, yeah, it would be for.
Oh, I guess.
We definitely had like
it wouldn't
14,
have been. It wouldn't have
15.
been full sessions at this level of.
No.
Well, is this the longest play? I mean,
shit.
are you talking about when the
This has to be the
Kickstarter was
longest
going
session
live?
we've ever had.
No.
This
play,
is
for
yes.
DD play.
I think Prime. Or
No,
Strahd?
no,
No,
not on
no.
stream. Not even close. No
Strahd?
fucking way.
Not
No.
Strahd. Beneath Dark Wings may have had a session, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think so.
We started at 2 and went until 3:30. Probably
I don't
not.
think so.
Probably
13 and a
not.
half?
Not for gameplay wise, no.
Okay.
No, I think this is our longest gameplay
I would bet
stream
money.
ever.
I would bet a large sum of money.
I believe. I think Beneath Dark Wings does have a close one. We start at 2 and we go until like 1:30 or 2.
Good for us, leveling it up, you know?
I want to thank everyone for staying up. I want to thank everyone for playing perfectly. This was, I think, some of the most fun I've ever had doing anything. So, and I don't say that lightly. I've had a lot of fun doing a lot of stuff.
Every single reference that Ziggy made is written down. I know all of them. I
Good.
have them all here. I'm really excited about that.
I'm gonna very quickly find someone to raid.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find someone to raid.
but
We
they
didn't
know
get a
way.
chance to talk about Racer Epsilon. It's too bad.
We got plenty of
There's
time.
plenty of time.
Next time.
This campaign is gonna. We're still level 3.
There were
baby.
some
Just
things
for-
going on at that
Ju-
time.
Just remember, everyone, if you can't outrun your past, drive right through it.
We'll talk about Racer
Epsilon.
Epsilon. I got a few other comics that didn't come up, so we got
there's
some things
more.
to bond over.
Well, there's a whole lifetime.
Glut bond over it.
That's true.
That's extremely-
When's our next session?
I don't know.
Oh, no, I mean next month.
May-
Like middle next month.
Let's not lock it in.
What?
I mean, we
It's been
probably
on the
have it-
overlay for 12 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have no idea what the date is.
Oh, well, if that's the
probably
case, then
the
it's the
17th.
17th of
It's
May.
the 17th.
Okay.
How about that, folks?
So it's in 4 weeks. 4
We'll
weeks
see
from
you
today.
Literally on the 17th of May.
And we will see you in a day and a half for Woofrup. Then we're back on Wednesday for.
Uh-oh.
That's very funny.
No, this time I'm serious.
I bet you prepped this session
Oh,
like
for
ages
Monday?
ago.
No, that
No,
was
no, we
that was
have
all
a
those
totally-
fucking weeks of
We're
us
starting a
delaying
whole
and
head of
delaying and
time.
delaying.
Oh shit.
That session was done like a month and a half ago.
A whole new chapter. A new fantastic adventure to experience.
Not many people are awake right now, so
No.
we're going to
Wow.
raid.
What the hell?
That's very funny. I'm not gonna cap this
Christ,
off.
those are giant movies. Some of these VTubers rigs. Can I talk about VTuber rigs?
I don't know.
There's a
if
lot
you
of them.
should.
You are capable of doing
Boobies.
it.
You have the
Should
ability
you?
to do
No.
so.
We're gonna raid Cynical.
Yeah, looks great.
Cynical.
Thanks for hanging, everybody.
We love you guys. So fun. Holy shit.
See you on Monday and then
Oh
Wednesday.
my god.
Monday
What?
then Wednesday.
Mwah.
What?
I'm saying it was great.
Oh, okay.
It
Good
sounded
night,
like you were leaning
everybody.
into something.
No, I was saying it was so great.
Good
Oh
night,
my god.
everybody.
Good night.
Love you.